We good? All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the...
Okay.
Welcome back to another episode of the Chits Chat podcast. The little podcast we do where we chits and chat. Yours truly, Kiro.
Wait, I thought we were
Jeff.
changing the name of it.
Oh, yeah. We were supposed to, but I couldn't think of anything else, so... Hey, guys. I'm Jeff. Who are you guys with me?
I'm Marcus, or Knuckle Bomber.
I'm Squash. I'm Squish. The one and only Boofamous.
Dish.
Full Metal Boofamist.
Full metal Boofamous.
Full Metal
Metal
Boofamist.
Alchemist. Alright. This is
Fully boofed alchemist.
Boofy Cooley.
Fully boofed alchemist.
Fully Boof Alchemist.
Alright.
Boofy Cooley.
Edward, you now go under... Because you have so much dang kush, you'll be known as the Fully Boofed Alchemist. The Fully Boofed Alchemist.
The fully boofed alchemist.
Alright. This is your boy Steamboat Taco.
And reluctantly joining from another world, Issa.
Reluctantly crouched at the starting line.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Man, that joke takes the cake.
Cake.
Why the fuck did they give me 3 forks? Hey, it's your boy, 3 Forks Kyle.
We got Johnny Two Vapes.
With the other
We got
boy, Johnny Two Vapes.
Now we got fucking
Kyle Three Forks.
Kyle Three Forks.
Alright. Well,
Wizard Harry,
What's
you
next?
have to go
Larry
to
Five
Hogwarts.
Spoon.
Larry Five Spoon.
At the platform with
Larry
9
Four
and 3
Spoon.
forks.
Oh, I think I like Spoonful Larry.
Spoonful Larry.
Spoonful Larry.
Fuller.
Oh, Jesus. Alright. We are very, 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 very dumb people. I'm pretty sure, like, the one or two of you who listen to this know that already.
Not aren't the people on the podcast.
Exactly. Anywho, so as always, we start off with every podcast, other than the idiocracy that we do, with our weeks and whatnot. So, Swishy, you're right next to me. How's your week been?
It's been really good. So I finished Yakuza
You can
Kiwami.
Really?
I finished that last night. I'm starting Zero. Started that today. Yeah, that's about it. Just finally beat Yakuza, and then starting in the prequel.
Hi. All right. Kyle?
So once again, I have done nothing that I said I was going to do. However, I have been playing 2 things. Mortal Kombat 11's Ultimate Edition came out. Since I already owned it, I just grabbed the second compact where we get Melina, Rain, and the everyone's favorite Mortal Kombat character, washed out veteran Sylvester
John
Stallone.
Rambo.
Yeah, John Rambo.
You will
You know,
get
the
John
guy-
Rambo.
The guy from that really thoughtful, introspective movie about PTSD and the damages that takes on the psychological aspect of Vietnam veterans. Yeah, he's in a movie
Yeah.
where he just fucking chokes out bitches and rips out their throats.
Yeah, he's now starring in a game that also gave its developers PTSD. That's why he belongs. That's why he was a game.
Damn!
Nice.
Oof.
I like that. I like that. That's a good one.
I like that my boy Rain is in it.
Purple?
He's Purple Rain. Yeah, the Prince reference. He plays really good, real fast, real rushdowny kind of guy. My favorite type of dude. He's got a guitar and a really cool, edgy ninja costume.
He's
so
also got that Queen
real happy
reference, fatality.
yeah, for some fucking reason, because
That was strange.
fucking Ed Boomer.
Remember that
calling
joke?
him now.
This
Remember
is
that
your
joke
kid's
we
Mortal Kombat game. This is your dad's Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, remember what we said? Mortal Kombat is Smash Bros, but your dad picks the characters? He also picks the Easter eggs.
Huh.
God
Well, wouldn't
damn
that
it.
technically make it your granddad's fighting game?
Your Papa's fighting game.
Your Papa's fighting game.
Your Pappy's fighting game.
Mortal Kombat, it's your grandpappy's fighting Smash game. Smash Bros.
We're adults now.
Yeah. And guess what? We'll still never be as bad as fucking Ed Boomer. God, Ed, please just fucking retire. Please.
No.
I'm so tired of you picking characters for fucking Mortal Kombat and Injustice.
I want my Ninja Turtles and Injustice.
I like that was good.
That's fine. That's fine. I could do without Raiden and Scorpion in Sub-Zero in Injustice.
I could deal with one.
I bought a DC fighting game so I could play as my favorite DC characters, not fucking Mortal Kombat. That's what I bought Mortal Kombat for, not to play as 80s fucking action hero movie characters that I don't give a shit about anymore.
But I mean, you're playing the John Van Damme video game. That's what Mortal Kombat is. John Van Damme.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
They couldn't get the rights to it.
It's in spirit.
Whatever. Then why the fuck isn't Jean-Claude Van Damme in it?
Yes, it's Johnny Cage. Jean-Claude
Johnny
Van
Cage
Cage.
is cooler than Jean-Claude Van Damme, though.
Jean-Claude Van Cage.
I don't know. Jean-Claude Van Damme pulled bitches in his time. I will say that.
I don't care.
He probably pulled some mad bitches.
While fucking doing the splits up between two diesels.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
You ever seen Bloodsport?
You've never seen Bloodsport?
Oh, you should watch Bloodsport.
Oh. Yeah, dude.
That's a good movie.
Wait, isn't Bloodsport based on, like, all of the exploits of that karate guy? And then it turned out that that karate guy fucking lied super
Yeah.
hard?
I don't know. I think
Yes.
I think the Mortal Kombat game was supposed to be the fighting
It's
game
about
for Bloodsport.
the
wasn't it?
Kumite. It's about the Kumite.
Holy shit. It's all just a fucking lie.
That's Hollywood for you, dude.
So
Yeah, but still, Jean-Claude Van Damme's a badass in it. He's like, ah!
Anyways, Kyle, continue. I apologize for the switch.
Anyway, after Mortal Kombat, I've been playing some Hades because allegedly, according to a few people on the internet, very small amount, Hades is God's gift to video gaming and is the best fucking video game of all time.
It looks
Pretty.
Apparently,
It looks fun from what I've seen.
It's a really good narrative.
I've played it. I beat the whole story mode. I got to the end credits. And like, don't get me wrong, Hades is a really good fucking game. It's really solid and it's really enjoyable. All of the characters ooze charm. The writing's magnificent. Music's okay. It's solid. But like, I'm fucking playing this game and I'm like, this game's good. But is it like I'm not getting the 10 out of 10 feel out of it, and I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Because like I can't think of like anything to really knock it for other than like personal preference. Because I'm not really a big fan of roguelikes, which this game obviously is. But that's like it's more of a taste thing. And even so, as far as roguelikes go, I still have a fairly solid amount of enjoyable fun with this. But like I just don't get that 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10 feel for this game, but I couldn't tell you anything wrong with it. So it's a really fucking weird spot to be in. Like I just don't know. It just doesn't feel like a masterpiece to me. But like I can't tell you anything. I can't tell you why it's not a masterpiece. It just doesn't have that feel. You know.
Are you caught between worlds? You say, Kyle? Kyle?
Fucking go fuck yourself. No, I'm not caught between worlds. You fucking dunce.
I'm
That's
sorry.
my
I've been like this all day, like for a good amount of the day.
On to literally anybody else.
All right, Marcus.
God damn it. So, hate you, Joe. So my week has just consisted of more work, watching more VTubing or VTubers, I guess. I watched like an hour and 37-minute stream of Gura drawing stuff on, I think it was like called Patisserie or something like that. The Starving Artist. It was cute. Other than that, whole lot of nothing.
Interesting.
Very interesting. That's okay.
Yeah.
It's
Oh well, Aldo showed me like Spanish Miku songs, so that's been taking over yesterday and today for me.
dope. All right.
Yep, that's it.
Steamboat.
I hate you so much. I don't know what it is. I just can't with you today. Damn. Okay, what was the saying?
It sure sounds like you need to blow off some
anything.
steam there, Aldo.
Oh, jeez. So you know the RTX 30 line came out, Xbox Series X came out, so I picked up the hottest new gaming system this generation, the Game & Watch Super Mario 35th Anniversary Edition. Because it's the only thing I can fucking find, because you can't get a damn PS5 anywhere, and I've been trying. I swear I've been trying. I can't. Anyways, so most of my week was spent trying to get a PS5. And, just not happening.
You want to play that Miles Morales?
Okay, as much as I wanted for Miles, that can wait. No offense to my boy, who deserves to be played on a PS5. He's earned it. He did his due. I want it for Cyberpunk. Like, I know they're not going to have a PS5 version of Cyberpunk. I would just like my PS4 to not, like, jet engine explode while in the middle of a mission.
Not get called out by VTubers.
Yeah, girl, fuck you. I love her, but got called out real hard. I didn't appreciate that. Yeah, so like that was it, and then the rest. I mean, I've been catching up on my anime, knocking out like last seasonal stuff. I started playing Yakuza Like a Dragon, the JRPG. Not reboot, I guess, just a relaunch of the series with new protagonist Ichiban Kasuga, who is just Jeff. He's just Jeff. So like now I have to spend every hour that Jeff's not at work here, I spend those with Jeff, and now when I play games, also Jeff.
He's surrounded by Jeff.
Yeah, I keep telling Jeff that he should.
The picture of freaking porn star Pipe Perry with the fucking black dudes in the background.
Yeah.
Just Aldo in the center with just all pictures of me.
Just all pictures of you just around Aldo.
I did tell Jeff though. I
know what I must do now.
He needs to play like a dragon though. It is absolutely his game. The character is he'll be looking in a mirror. So yeah. So that's been good though. It's fun. It's got like the wacky Yakuza antics and shit like that. So it's good stuff.
Are you playing it
And then
in
apart
English
from
or-
that, I'm playing it all in Japanese.
Nice.
Mostly because I'm gonna go back and play the other Yakuza games, and I don't want to shift from like the Japanese to the English voice stuff. I don't know. I'll just keep it all in Japanese. I also how do I say this? Obtained most of the Gundam franchise. So I've been organizing that. I'm putting that on my video file sharing service.
Oh yeah, I need to get that from you also.
Oh yeah, dude, we can do that. We can do that post podcast.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have that, and I now have like I don't know, like over 30 Gundam franchise things that I could watch, but probably won't. So I have the greats, I have the goats. I have shit from Gundam Seed. I know Jeff's favorite. Iron Blood Orphans, The Origin, to some of the lesser stuff, like SD Force in English.
God damn it.
The only version I could
Yeah,
find
YouTube
was like a
ones,
shitty
you know,
480p only English version of SD Force, and you know what? That's okay. I think it's at the quality and language it needs to be. But other than that, oh yeah, Mandalorian. We've been caught up. So I gotta watch episode 4. That's what came out as of the recording. But you know the adventures of Baby Yoda and his Mandalorian babysitter. He ate spiders.
Ew.
Yeah, he ate spiders. Yeah.
Mm.
Anyways,
Is that what the internet was up in arms about?
no, it's because he was eating frog eggs, and that's I don't want to get into that stupid. Oh yeah, actually, lest we forget, I finally got my cup noodle model kit. Hell yeah, I'm gonna be building that shit today.
Nice. All right.
That's it. I'm done.
Okay, cool. For me, this week's been consisting of, well, not really a whole lot. I've been mostly doing some work. I've been slowly learning Spanish. I've been playing Zelda. Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity came out, and I'm playing it. Obviously, it's a Warriors game, you know. Like I was talking to Aldo earlier in the week about Warriors and stuff, and I might hop. I probably will hop into Dynasty Warriors and stuff because I never played an actual Dynasty Warriors game. Like I played Zelda, I played Fire Emblem, I played Gundam, you know, because those are the ones that go for Jeff. So I would like to actually try to play some actual fucking Dynasty Warriors. Started watching Double O again. I'm halfway into the first season, just 10 more episodes to go. Yeah, it's Double has been pretty good. I'm seeing why my little brother's been enjoying it and stuff, like freaking terrorism, child terrorism. Because Setsuna, the main character, he was born in the Middle East and stuff, and you know, there's no such thing. There's you know, no saying like, hey guys, make for your god, become child soldiers and kill your parents. And yeah, it's been pretty cool. The Gundams have been pretty dope. Virtue is awesome because Aldo and fucking is busting nuts over it. I do like Dynamis.
Oh yeah, they announced a Master Grade Virtue coming out later this year or next year.
It's before Backpack Face.
He's a beefy
He's
boy.
thick. I need me my thick Gundam boy.
Oh, it's Backpack Face?
It's pre-Backpack Face.
Oh, pre-Backpack
Pre-Backpack
Face.
Face, yes.
Yeah. You know, talking about thick boys. Dutch Rose, you want to get that thick boy?
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Philip Dutch Bro.
Dude, but we got all those thick
Dutch
drinks.
Brohimsky.
Dude, that cinnamon roll frost. That's good stuff. A little bit too much
I'm
cinnamon.
playing Neo 2 with my dad. That's been a rip-roaring good time. Me and my dad just throwing back and forth insults at each other is always good. Re-downloaded Titanfall, started playing that, and I forgot how fun Titanfall is. And drawing, I finally uploaded more pages onto Webtoon for PK. Need to upload later part of Kingdom Hearts 2. Also, we're done. Just finished uploading the last talkthrough of Beyond Two Souls. Which, by the way, Kyle, there are no Wi-Fi trees. I wanted to confirm that. Yeah, I forgot. I forgot
Yeah, you need to fire Future Jeff on that because like everything you asked Future Jeff to do, he didn't follow through. Like a fucking wobbegong.
Future Jeff, take notes.
Future Jeff, you're fucking fired.
What the fuck is
Wabagong.
that? Who the fuck? What the fuck
Turning
did I
your
have an
badge.
Energizer Bunny on my fucking back? Jesus Christ.
Someone put the Energizer.
Someone-
Don't worry about it.
All these son of a bitch.
Don't worry about it. Just fucking, just continue. It's all it should be.
Freaking-
From Target.
This is the way.
So, Kingdom Hearts will be uploaded again, along with Resident Evil 4, which me, Aldo, and Marcus need to start recording again. And Brave Friends Musashi will be starting as well. The whole recording process will probably be a little bit more different for me because of the events at work that's going to be happening soon. Because of the holiday season and whatnot. So it might be a little bit more difficult for myself. That being said, though, I'll try to maintain a proper schedule in regards to this is for me because I like giving myself shit to do after work.
Besides slapping.
Besides sleeping, yes. I'll try to maintain a busy schedule within recording, uploading, as well as my personal stuff that I'm working on. And yeah, fingers crossed.
Oh yeah, on like that note, not to take away from your thunder,
Oh, no worries, man.
I'm gonna be hella stressed out. Like probably next month, start a new job, which means I gotta ramp up on new knowledge. But hey, I know nobody from my job listens to this, so fuck yeah, I'm out of that shithole. Woo! Fucking finally. I'm gonna be working with my old co-worker. I'm gonna call him senpai and just embarrass him all the time.
Hello, senpai. How'd you like your coffee today, senpai? Hey, I crashed into your car.
Ahoy.
Alright, but that does it for me for my week. Alright, so let's hop on the topic, yeah? So because
Yeah.
So because I was a dumb and I didn't upload a topic for you guys to think about further before we got the podcast started, and I brought it to you guys out of sudden. The producer of Yakuza said that he wanted to make that one of the games he wants to make is a Sonic game, and it brought a good idea for me. Like, what games would people like to see like as another type of genre? Because he said that he'd take Sonic in a different direction, and from what Sonic Team's doing. So I'd like for you guys to just talk about like games you'd see. Games you'd like to see as a different genre. Kyle, you're more versed in this kind of topic than I am. Well, not me, but like probably compared to Squishy. No offense, bro. Yeah, I'll give you the stage.
Would you say that Mega Man Legends and Infamous are the same genre?
Probably Infamous as a more updated Legend, I'd say.
Because that always lives in my head rent-free. Let's see. Every single open world Ubisoft game is literally something else. I would love to see the Elder Scrolls become a little bit more Souls-like, at least as far as like not necessarily being rogue-esque where like you die, you lose everything, and respawn somewhere, but like maybe being a third-person game that doesn't fucking focus on, look, our world map is 500 times the size of, guess what? You can just fucking walk in these fucking environments forever, and we have the same 30 quests for you to do. Also, our game's bugged as shit because we've been using an old engine and literally haven't done anything with anything that we've done for the last 10 fucking years. What do you mean that you're finding the same error that was in Morrowind? Shut up. Stop talking. We'll let the modders fix that. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it.
You have a very, 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 very heavy opinion on like freaking Ubisoft, which is a good reason actually because of all the shit that happened with Ubisoft.
Like with Ubisoft, it's not.
Not Ubisoft. I mean, fucking Ubisoft. Yeah.
Like I just wish Ubisoft would stop making the same 3 games every fucking year. Like I don't. Like Ubisoft was never meant anything to me, and have evolved into me caring even less about them. I am indifferent to Ubisoft. It's just they're the industry punching bag. I have general ire with Bethesda. I'd also like for BioWare and Square to stop making these weird milquetoast action RPGs and just fucking decide, do they want an RPG or do they want an action game with skill trees?
Just make a character action game already.
Stop with fucking whatever Final Fantasy 15 was. I remember a while ago when the FF7 demo came out, I said I was really not a big fan of the battle system. And I've been watching these guys that I usually watch do a Let's Play of it, and I'm glad that I watched that because I'm willing to give Final Fantasy VII Remake another shot, because they spelled out the exact problem I had. They were like, so yeah, a lot of people think that because there's a dodge mechanic and blocking, that this is going to play a lot similar to a Platinum game. Don't fucking play this game like a Platinum game. It's not a Platinum game. Just the dodge button, no invincibility frames. It's just block. And I'm like, oh, okay, well now that I know that, maybe the gameplay will feel better. But like, it really would have helped if they had just fucking decided to make it an action game and not whatever the fuck they're weird. I mean, I get it. They're experimenting and they're trying new things, which is definitely necessary. It's just I don't like it, and I just want to complain about it instead of take the more holistic stance of, hey, good job on you for trying this new thing. Here's some ideas for improvement. No, I just want to be an old man and bitch about how everything should be catered to. There's my hot takes for the topic.
That might not interest you to a game that you love, Kyle. Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate.
What? Oh god, fuck off. Go fuck yourself.
Alright, Squishy, do you have any games that you'd like to see as a different genre? Or a franchise that take you to a different genre?
See, I like Mega Man, right?
Yeah, buddy.
I like Mega Man a lot. Maybe like a tactical Mega Man shooter or some shit like that.
So, maybe something along the lines where like they're on a grid, right?
Yeah.
And you have to like choose your attacks wisely. You preset them up.
It's like XCOM.
No, I wasn't going in that direction. Like it would be on like some sort of like network, like some sort of battle network of sorts.
Not like that. Not like that.
Although, honestly, I think a Mega Man XCOM would now sounds pretty cool. It's probably gonna end up going into my head rent free alongside Mega Man Infamous.
Like I can see that, like having bass and and fucking like Rush and Dr. Light shows up and he shows up in this fucking, I don't know, he's got a fucking gun.
Dr. Light
He's got a fucking Glock. He's got a fucking Glock. And then fucking Dr. Light has a little fucking ship thing.
Hold on, how's that? As you can see, Mega Man, I have put the gun like locked sideways to make myself look cool, to shoot like a black man.
Mega Man.
Mega Man.
It's a kill shot. It's a kill shot.
You understand the power now, Mega Man. And we must defeat Dr. Wily with me putting my Glock sideways. Yeah, I put my fucking bandana on the left side. Yeah, that's Cripside Mega Man.
What the fuck is this?
Shut up.
This is what I have to live with.
Fucking Mega Man 8.
I love Mega Man 8 so
Mega Man 8
much,
is
but
so
god damn it.
fucking-
The fucking voice is stupid as fuck.
We should really play that game. We
I
should
played
play it.
I played it. I
played
recorded it? Yeah.
No!
Yeah,
I
I
didn't
recorded
know
Mega
that.
Man 8. Yeah. We'll do. If we'll do. Do you want to do Majora's Mask after Zelda? After.
All right.
Do you want to record Majora's Mask after Kingdom Hearts?
Maybe like a. Speaking of Mega Man, maybe like a. Because like I do like boss rush kind of things.
Yeah.
Like maybe like Kingdom Hearts cross, like have specific levels for each boss. Not like a 3D level, but like a 2D side scroller.
So like
Kingdom
fucking,
Hearts.
So like, or for Kingdom Hearts to do that? Okay. I was like,
Okay,
are you
yeah.
talking about Mega Man? Like, motherfucker, have you played
No,
a Mega Man game?
no, not Mega Man. No, I'm not fucking stupid.
Are you, that's sus.
I don't have fucking
I know-
extra.
I know-
I don't have fucking extra.
I know what
fucking,
you mean. Like, you want like a 2D
Neanderthal DNA in me.
I don't got that DNA. Oh Jesus! But like I know I get so like kind of a Mega Man-esque thing, but for Kingdom Hearts,
Yeah.
like for each villain to have like their own like specific stage,
Yeah,
and whatnot.
cool.
Like instead of like a Disney World,
Yeah.
where it's like a world for the villain. Yeah, like that'd be pretty cool. Yeah.
It'd be
That
like
would
an
be
X.
cool.
It'd be like an X level, like a more of like a 0X crossover. Thing.
That just makes me want
I can see that.
Metal Gear. That just wants me want Metal Gear Zero Rising,
Rising.
where after every time he defeats a boss, instead of getting like a new gun or whatever, he learns a new Z sword move.
Oh, that'd be sick.
Yeah.
Marcus, Aldo, you guys want to chime in on this chicanery?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna say the best idea nobody said yet. I want a Devil May Cry rhythm game.
Oh shit!
Rhythm game?
Oh shit! That would actually make
like
it
the-
tight.
And every song is a boss battle, and as long as you're staying on beat and as you're staying, you're getting them greats and their supers, Dante's fighting real well. But the more you fuck up, as the less hits you hit, and the more damage you take.
So Cryptid the Necro Dancer, but Devil May Cry.
Yeah. And with that rockin' Devil May Cry music.
Yeah.
Oh, it's time inside my
That-
That
Yeah.
sounds like fun.
Alternatively, I want a Miku Dark Souls.
I mean, what?
Miku Dark Souls.
No, that's a lie. I hate Dark Souls games.
Miku Dark Souls. You
Miku-
fuck up this
Soul
song,
Song.
you die in real life.
No, you fuck up a song, Miku comes and kills you.
Oh yeah.
Like
I think that'd be okay.
Miku was
I'll be okay with
Miku was
that.
sweet and all, but fuck, dude, she's a really fucked up individual.
Yeah, she'll fuck you up.
Yeah, Miku will fuck you up.
It's gonna be like me. As soon as she shows up to kill me, it's gonna be like that.
What the fuck? Fucking what the fuck? There's a fucking. That was weird. Fucking there was some fucking
An ad
played
playing somewhere.
Oh my.
Weird.
Oh, it was probably right there.
Probably that.
Oh, so
but,
were those yours, Alder?
Yeah.
What was I saying? Fuck.
Okay.
It's fucked up.
So then, for mine, it would probably be like Portal, right? But like as a horror genre, so it'd still like remain kind of like you'd still have your puzzle or like your puzzle element to it with your gun, right? But like imagine that as like Amnesia.
Every time you shoot your portal, you have a 10% chance of opening it up to hell.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
alternatively, as you're opening up portals, your enemies can also use those portals to like chase you and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be fucking.
I
Yeah.
feel like that'd be cool.
Anything else? Shit your pants.
Shit your pants in portals.
Get spooked. Get spooked on.
Get spooked
Get
on.
spooked on. Get spooked on.
Yeah, you get spooked on.
Oh yeah, and then the obvious one that everyone wants. Your favorite anime as developed by Arxis into a fighting
Yeah.
game.
Evangelion. Go.
Evangelion Fighter.
Evangelion Fighter.
Evangelion Fighter.
I mean,
I'm
the
surprised
only
they haven't
reason I
made
would say
a
that
Demon
is 'cause
Slayer
there
3D
is
Arena
one.
Fighter yet.
What?
They're probably
I'm
working
saying
on
that
it.
I'm surprised they haven't made a Demon Slayer 3D Arena Fighter yet.
I think I want to say that they.
That's not Shonen Jump, is it?
Demon Slayer?
Demon
Yeah,
Slayer?
it is.
Yes.
It is?
Yeah, they have. It's coming in
Oh,
2021.
Wait, Demon Slayer is Shonen Jump, and they're not in Jump Force.
Because Demon Slayer wasn't big at the time.
Oh,
Fighting Game of the Year nominee from the 2019 Game Awards.
Yeah,
I think
Jump
it
Force?
was more so.
Giorno's going into it.
Yeah, Giorno and Yoroichi.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I think it's just because Demon Slayer wasn't as big as the other ones because they were trying to get more of a original thing for Jump Force. That's why.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just
I know.
DLC, Jeff.
Sorry,
The game,
It'll be good.
the game isn't complete.
I'm sorry.
There's still DLC.
That game will never be complete
Come on,
because it's fucking shit.
Oh my god, Kyle.
And am I wrong?
No,
No,
you're right.
Right.
Jump Force.
What
is
what have you
kind of a
please
shit game.
please start defending about how Jump Force is actually a good game? Come
I
on.
mean,
the particle
Step
effects
into
are
my
nice.
dojo.
Into my
Kyle,
dojo.
Kyle, if it wasn't a good game, why would it have been nominated for 2019 Game Awards Fighting Game of the Year?
Shut the fuck up, Aldo. You know
Why is it-
damn
why
well
is it-
why.
Why is it able to have a second season of DLC?
Because like a bunch of
Why was
weeds
it-
bought it. A bunch of
Because it fucking sells, you idiot.
yeah, it sells a lot.
Because what else are they gonna get, Jeff?
It's all the Dragon
What
Ball
other
Z
jump
nerds. It's all the
fucking
Dragon Ball
crossover
Z
game
bruds.
was there?
Say that again, Aldo?
I said, what other what other easily accessible jump crossover fighting game fucking exists in 2019?
Fair point.
It's all the Dragons. All
It has no competition.
it's
It
all
has no competition for a jump crossover game. So of course it's gonna sell. Because like us weebs are like, shit, if I don't support this, they'll never make another
yeah,
one.
exactly.
So we have to reluctantly
I don't like how big their hands are.
In what?
Support.
In Jump Force.
Oh
I don't like
god.
how realistic they look.
Yeah.
like
I don't need to. I don't
Frieza-
need to see freaking like. I don't need to see freaking Midoriya's teeth, man.
or like
you sure?
Frieza's veiny
Pretty
body.
sure. Frieza's weird slime. Like Frieza looks so slimy.
Yeah.
It's weird. Oh my god, I don't like that. But the particle effects are pretty.
Or God, what is it with the Dragon Ball Z characters with their fucking eyebrows?
Yeah. It looked pretty as fuck on the PS5.
and their giant hands.
Let's try.
It won't look pretty as fuck. It's still like the particle
Yeah,
effects
that's
will
the-
probably
that's
look
particle
good,
effects
but
is-
the game's still gonna look like fucking complete shit because of the aesthetic. Yeah, Trunks' weird fucking eyebrow bulges for no goddamn reason.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, go.
All the One Piece characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the One Piece characters look fucking awful. Like the fan modded fucking Shaggy looks better than most of the characters in the fucking game.
Like it's like the it looks good, but it doesn't look good for Shonen Jump.
No, it just doesn't look good.
I think it looks good. I just feel like it's not. It should not be with anime characters to look like that. You know, like unless like it fits.
realistic?
It's like yeah, it's too damn realistic. Like
Yeah, that's the problem.
if it wasn't like anime characters, then yeah.
Like it could look fine with anime characters. The problem is that they just took anime characters and were like, all right, now we're gonna make them look realistic instead of we're gonna apply a bunch of like realistic looking textures and effects to them when they shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Because if they were to do that, then fucking Todoroki's face would look way more fucked up than it is.
I'd love to see
Who's
that. Though.
Jump Force made by?
I think
It was Spike
I think
Chunsoft?
so. Jump Force.
Yeah, it was developed by Spike Chunsoft. What the fuck? It was,
It's still 60
What's
bucks.
the?
probably.
Probably. No, I think it's actually probably tone it down.
Anyway,
Tune soft.
are we done with this topic?
Well, you got mine. And
Oh, what do you
Oh.
want to see?
Yeah, what do you want to see?
well, for Aldo, what he said about DMC rhythm game, I would like for a Sonic rhythm game to be a thing. Like,
Yeah, that makes
it would
sense.
make
I
a
can
lot
see
of
that,
sense. Like, it's
actually.
surprising that Sonic has not done.
Would it be
like
like the
DDR?
Mario one? Yeah, would it be like DDR
Oh,
Sonic?
God.
I mean, Sega already owns the Miku shit. You just fucking port those fucking models in there and change out some music.
yeah.
Miku,
Bam,
Miku
bam,
has
thinking,
a
man,
Sonic
quick
costume.
job.
Exactly.
She already has a Sonic costume.
Yeah. Like Sonic.
There you go, Jeff. Your wish has been fulfilled.
Like a Sonic rhythm game would be great. I would also like a kind of like like with Squishy in regards to like Mega Man XCOM, but instead of XCOM, I would like more of a kind of like a Mega Man crossover fighting game,
Like, what do you mean?
You mean
like Mega Man X, Mega Man Legends.
Oh,
Battle
so
Network,
like the whole Mega
like
Man.
the whole Mega Man, all of, like
Oh, okay.
like the Mega Man series,
Mega Man's. the
Like
Mega Man.
You know
the
what would be
Mega
cool?
Man's,
Like,
like Wrath of the
Hiro
Mega
Sakurai
Man.
directed that.
You know, there was a perfect title for that. I got fucking taken by a shitty mobile game.
Oh,
Which one?
Mega Man
crossover.
Yeah, it was spelt with an X instead of doing the whole cross,
Oh, nice.
as is your typical Japanese naming convention goes.
And it was very the main character, the Mega Man quotations looked cool and stuff, but the overall game was ugh. I would like to see like something like that. That'd be interesting. And it's like Sonic rhythm game and Mega Man fighting game. I think would be really up my alley. Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah, what a fucking wasted
Right?
design.
Right?
God damn it!
It looks really fucking cool, but they fucked it up. Now there's Capcom they did better with Mega Man Cross Dive or Mega Man X Dive, which hasn't come out in the States yet because for some fucking reason. And that's getting a lot of popularity.
Holy shit! This guy looks so fucking cool.
I would also like a much more proper Pokemon fighting game, like Pokken done more like Tekken than how they did it.
Okay, thank you for reminding me. I've been saying this for years. I just want a fucking Smash Brothers game that is just Pokemon. Like, that is
That'd be
all
really
I've
cool.
wanted since, like, Melee. Just fucking all Pokemon. Just throw it. You know what? Smash has, like, 80-something characters. We don't need that. 50 Pokemons.
50 Pokemon.
That's it.
A couple,
That's all I want.
bunch of representation from each generation. DLC could be the freaking newest.
No
one.
DLC.
No
Just
DLC.
50. Just 50.
That's fair. And
Balance the fuck out of those.
Honestly, anime fighters are pretty bad. You know what fucking game would be a good anime fighter? Fucking Pokemon. Pokemon would probably
Like a
be like
3D
an
arena
actually
fighter?
good. Yeah. It would be just like the fucking TV show.
You mean just like each half of...
one
Like,
half
that's the
of
thing
Pokken-
about Pokken.
Yeah, it's not.
Each of the halves were good. It's just, you don't need two halves. Just make one hole.
Yeah.
What?
You never play Pokken?
Because Pokken is like half a like an arena fighter,
And
but then like you can initiate like a phase shift, and then it swaps over to like a Tekken style 2D, little bit of 3D fighter.
Oh.
And then like
Whoa, what the, like,
yeah, and then like
holy
once you
shit,
get like
what
enough,
the fuck?
yeah, then like, you do something, you can phase shift back to your 3D style. So yeah, so like both of those halves are like good games by themselves.
They just shouldn't have been.
Yeah, it's like
dumped
fruitcake.
into the same
Yeah.
I
game.
love fruit, people love cake.
Pokken is
bit
fun,
of fruit
but that's my gripe about Pokken.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like if Pokemon wants to jump into esports and stuff like that, they should just do that. Like, make a proper fighting game. Like they gave it to
Yeah.
fucking Namco.
Jeff.
Like instead of a fucking shitty League of Legends
Yes.
ripoff.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's up?
Jeff, we literally have an article explaining why Nintendo is never gonna do esports things. We're gonna talk about it later.
Yeah, but Nintendo's one thing. Pokemon is totally different. Yeah.
Nah,
Pokemon has its own thing.
Yeah, they're
Remember?
actually pretty different.
it sure doesn't seem
Yeah,
like
they
it.
do. They have the fucking Pokemon VGCs as well as the trading card game.
I'm aware
Yeah,
of them.
Nintendo doesn't run that shit. Pokemon does.
I'm aware of that. That's not esports
Yeah,
though.
and Pokemon wants
Well,
help
that's
on
what we're
esports.
saying is if Pokemon wants to get into esports,
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we're
we done?
All right, we're now to the news.
I love the frustration. Like I can't get across to these thunderheads. Let's fucking move on.
All right, so hopping from anime to anime, more so manga, right? So
And manga.
manga.
And manja. Garugamesh!
Smile DK.
Oh, fuck it. Whatever happened to Garugamesh, kid?
If
Join me on the
there's a
first-
behind the
the first
music
ever
of
video
fucking Sakura Khan.
Of my YouTube channel, in which I investigate what happened to Garugamesh Kid.
Somebody's already beat you to the punch.
God damn it!
There's an article on Otaku
Send the link,
Journalist.
buddy.
You know what? All I know is that means I had a good idea because somebody else did.
All right, let's go down this rabbit hole. We're having to Garugamesh. God damn it. Hey guys, we're going off the rails.
Wow, what a surprise! That never happened.
The Butch commercial is from a cult classic with fans, and at the epicenter is the actor who says Garugamesh. His black lipstick contrasted with the sheer enthusiasm has had a significant impact on fan culture. In the past few weeks, as I mentioned, me and maybe Garugamesh.
Oh, never mind. He wasn't able to find him.
I hope he's okay. Hopefully,
Alright.
hopefully it won't
The
happen
journey's
like.
back on.
Hopefully, it won't happen like freaking Ukiyo Kodachi, where he just like leaves the fucking manga and has fucking Kishimoto take over it. So, for you guys who like
Yes.
who like into Boruto, and I know Kyle loves Naruto. It's his favorite.
Oh, yeah,
It's
man.
his favorite.
Yep.
He tells us about it all the
So-
time.
Musashi Kishimoto, mangaka of great fame of Samurai 8 fame, has
Oh, yeah. Samurai 8
Yes.
fame.
has returned to the Naruto verse to continue writing for Boruto. Now, it seems kind of out of nowhere that he's like that Naruto's character in the manga. Spoilers, by the way. If you don't want to hear spoilers, just probably skip this part of the podcast. Maybe, I don't know. Depends on whether we bring it up or not later. Naruto is is dying because of his battle with freaking whatever his name is.
Moon
Yeah.
people.
So, yeah, whatever form Naruto's taking, it's going to be, hey, Naruto might kick the bucket, guys. And Kishimoto's like, not in my fucking house. This is the house that I built. I'm not going to have my baby boy die.
I kind of wish they would just kill him. And not because he's outlived his like ness. I just think it'd be I just feel like more anime protagonists need to die.
Fair. But apparently this has been apparently from what happened is that this
was planned from the beginning. So,
but I'm curious to know whether or not Kishimoto understood what the defaults with Naruto was. That's why probably threw so much world building in Samurai 8. From I believe we talked about this, Aldo.
Yeah, we had this.
Yeah, and Samurai 8 failed to continue, and
I mean, you can just say it failed.
It failed, and it's like how is this? How do you feel like Kishimoto's going to continue on with Boruto? Like, is there going to be Talk no Jutsu going to be more relevant? Like, I've not seen a lick of Boruto.
I mean, me neither. I haven't kept up with it. The only form I keep up in Boruto is headlines.
Yeah, right. And
yeah,
like
I just haven't had any interest in it. Like, there's been some stuff that's been like interesting to me, which like Boruto going back in time and hanging out with his dad.
Yep.
That's neat. But like, I don't know. Other than that, like, it just hasn't seemed all that interesting. So I really don't know where Kishimoto's, if he's gonna take it along a different route. How much the new guy's writing style differs from Kishimoto's. So I don't know how big of a shift that's gonna be.
Yeah.
I can't really comment all that much on it.
It's good. What about you, Kyle? What do you have to say?
So, I know that there's been rumblings since Boruto's come out, that people who read Naruto don't like this. They think this series is bad, and now they're super excited that Kishimoto's taking over, and I think this is probably going to be I would hope that this becomes a big wake-up call for people when they continue to read Boruto after Kishimoto's writing this, and they're like, hey, wait a minute, this is still bad. Why is it still bad? And then they'll go back and they'll read Naruto and they'll go, wait, it's all been bad? And I'll be standing behind them with a gun to their head, and I'll be like, yeah, it's always been bad. I think something similar happened to Super, but not to that big of an extent because it's fucking Dragon Ball. Where people were like, man, Super's animation's really bad, the writing's not good, da-da-da-da-da. And then, but of course nobody went back and saw Dragon Ball Z and were like, wait a minute, these problems were here from the very start. They were just like, nah, my childhood, nothing could ever taint it or ruin it.
Okay, but I will say those Super's designs were like super skinny, and I like me them beefy, thick muscle boys.
Yeah, Super is just fucking bad. Like, at least like I could.
I can't comment. I ain't watch Super except for the movies.
I'm just gonna get you mad this whole entire podcast.
I mean, is that different from the other podcast? Though? Is that much different?
Yeah, the last time you were
After this podcast is over, I'm gonna start listening to the fucking Guts thing. Cradling myself on the couch, going, I don't want to be angry anymore. I just want to be happy. Whoa! Playing in the background. Right? Yeah. So my final thoughts. A, Naruto is shit, and then Papa Showed Jump was like, nah, more money, and so they made Boruto. And even though I know that's not the case, I don't know why I said that, but they were like, Boruto, and guess what? Boruto's bad. And now the original writer from the bad thing is going to the even badder thing, and it's still going to be bad. Conscripting child soldiers is bad, guys.
But it makes for the best content, Kyle.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can't.
Like as much as I complain about child conscription to Naruto, I know that that's not the point of the show. I understand that to appeal to the demographic of boys, You gotta have children beating the shit out of each other because that shit's cool when you're a child.
Dude, it's still cool when you're an adult.
I mean, yeah, but there's complications of saying that out loud. Like when you're a kid and you go, "Yeah, kids beating the shit out of each other is cool." Adults just go, "Oh, children will be children." But then when you're an adult and you say that, people are like, "Oh, that's not good. What do you mean you like children serving in war and killing each other?" And you're like, well, "No, in like the context of," and they're like, "What? What do you mean you're watching fictional?" There's just like, I just like watching people scream and shoot laser beams at each other and do the punchy punch sword fights. Okay, I don't look at the context beyond that. It puts serotonin in my brain. Shut up. Like, I make this complaint about Naruto, but I don't make it about Batman. And Batman's just as fucking... Bruce Wayne also just fucking adopts random children and forces them to be vigilantes to beat up poor people and minorities.
Yes!
So.
Batman's a terrible person.
Look, all I know...
But, like,
sorry, go for it.
realistically, we know that, like, these functions wouldn't exist outside of a fictional universe.
It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent.
Batman probably would use his fucking huge ass corporation to help poor people. The reason we don't see that in comic books is because a majority of people don't want to fucking read Bruce Wayne in a fucking board meeting for 300 pages.
It's the equivalent of freaking people wanting, like, seeing their anime husbandos, like, oh, I love them, but in real life they're either a fucking horrible sociopath and stuff.
Hey, Shinjiro from Persona 3 is not a horrible psychopath.
Look, man, like,
He's a good boy that got murdered by a child soldier. See, I told you they were bad.
look, all I know,
They'll kill your
all I know
husbandos.
is that freaking, for me, my final thoughts is, I don't care what happens, but I will find a way to cook Naruto. I will cook Naruto. That's my dream. That's my Nindo.
You're gonna cook Naruto like ramen?
I'm gonna cook him.
Oh.
Yes, I'm gonna cook him. I'm gonna cook him.
Oh, you're gonna cuck him.
No,
Yeah.
I thought you were
I'm
saying
gonna
cook.
Cook him. Cook him.
Well, see, it now sounds like you're gonna cook him like ramen.
Yeah, it still sounds like you're saying you're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm
cook
gonna
him.
Cuck him.
You're gonna cook him. Yeah.
Yeah, it still
Well,
sounds
eat
Eat a
good.
man. All right, cool. We get it. You're a cannibal.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna cook him and I'm gonna cook him. Or the other way around, I don't know.
Can you really cuck a dead person?
I mean,
Well, I guess you
can.
could still cook him without killing him. I don't think so.
Like a lobster.
yeah. I mean, gotta kill an animal to eat it, right?
Why are we
Boil
entertaining
him.
this idea? Let's move on.
Yes, let's move on. All right.
I hate this. I hate today.
You hate today?
This podcast is just keeping me from building my cup ramen.
Just, just like how people hate the nominees for the Game of the Year in regards to the Game Awards, and how fucking Last of Us is in pretty much everything.
Yeah, you mean like last year when 2019
Oh, right.
Game Awards, where Jump Force was nominated for Fighting Game of the Year?
Which features soon to be cucked Naruto.
Or like how Last of Us 2 was part of two of the same thing for for best performance.
I mean that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's-
Though. I mean,
Just
I'm not
fucking-
saying I
Yeah,
agree with that.
That's how that works though.
Yeah.
It's best performance, not
A set of performances.
what game had the best performance. It was who's the best performer from a video game.
All right, so Game Awards just announced its nominees at this time. So let's give a quick rundown of everybody from the most important nominations. Yeah. Aldo.
Yeah, I got my whole list of who I think will win it and who I want to win it. But all
You go ahead and list down the Game of Years and all the other stuff. All right.
Wait, what do you mean?
Go all the way down to the word doesn't matter for us for the nominees.
You want me to just start out with Game of the Year?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, so game of the year. You can have that one Game Awards. We're gonna use that audio.
Game of the year.
Game of the year.
We got Doom Eternal.
We got six nominees. Feel free to use all this audio. Game Awards. It's on the house, Jeff Keighley. We got Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Last of Us 2.
Zero Dawn.
Those are the nominees.
Aren't you forgetting one more? Aldo?
Why, thank you, Prospect Aldo.
There's one more.
No, I said Last of Us.
All right.
There's 6.
All right, Kyle, you want to announce the
There's
nominees
6.
for Best Game Direction?
Oh, fuck, I'm not looking... I just had what I gave. Let me fucking... Alright, let me,
You want to go through
Until
every
this
single
will go on, we
one?
don't care about.
There's so many things.
Okay, so hold on. So before we do that, before we go through Jeff's unplanned plan, let me just go over the fucking general categories, which I don't know why they have us. I don't know why they have a section that's called like general categories when that's all your categories.
I
yeah.
just care down to best performance.
Yeah, there's a lot more than that.
Oh,
okay.
I went way further down.
So
from
yeah,
that.
so the categories that we have are Game of the Year, Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Score Music, Vocal and Kids. It's gonna be a ride. Best Audio Design, Best Performance, Games for Impact, which I never know how I feel about this. Best Ongoing, Best Indie, Best Mobile. Do I need to keep saying best?
Yes.
No.
Mobile game, community support, VR/AR, innovation, accessibility, action adventure. Oh, role playing, fighting, family, best family. Sim strategy, sports racing, multiplayer, content creator of the year, debut game, esports athlete, esports coach. Esports event, esports game, esports host, esports team. That's a lot of categories. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 esports categories that I give no fucks about.
Yeah, I didn't put anything down for those guys. I think mine, the last one I did was like best debut game, and even then there's still a few categories where I was just like, nah, fuck it.
Alright, we'll start with the first one.
All right, so okay, let's go. Who you want to win? All right, so Game of the Year. Who you want to win and who you think's gonna win? Kyle.
I want Ghost of Tsushima to win, but I think it's gonna be Hades.
I will.
As Prospector Aldo called
I'll give it to. For me, I'll give it to Ghost of Tsushima, but I'm saying Last of Us Part 2.
Nah.
I think I agree with Jeff. I think I want it to be Ghost of Tsushima, but I feel like with how much everybody sucked off Last of Us Part 2 when it comes out, they're like, the best
Like,
game.
that's the thing though, is
So
that there was
edgy,
like
blah blah blah. It's like,
there was like 6 or 7 sites that were like, yeah, Last of Us Part 2, and then the rest of the sites were like, it's good, but I mean, it's not
But it's
that
so
good.
progressive.
I played it. I know.
it's
played-
so
you
no,
played
it's not
both of
progressive. It's so
Yeah,
dark. It's so real. It's so
I
sad.
would say The Last of Us 2 is pretty good, but yeah, it's not Game of the Year.
What
I'll
do you
say
want for
that.
Game of the Year?
So for mine, I think I want Ghost of Tsushima to win, and I think Ghost of Tsushima is going to win.
Oh, so you're doubling down.
I'm doubling down.
Damn.
I'm
Squishy
doubling down.
All right, guys, it's time for the Squishy Double Down.
It's a squish double down. We're gonna put squish in the middle of 2 KFC grilled chicken breasts.
The Squish Double Down is brought to you in part by Snickers. We are not endorsed by Snickers.
I think my complaint was, so I typically, I mean, I don't care that much about Game Awards because it's Jeff Keighley's, big dick wagon show.
It's like the Super Bowl. The only reason I give a shit about it are for the
ads, and there's
Fucking
something
reveals
kind
that
of
happen.
unethical about how
Super Bowls?
heavily
I doubled down on the
advertised game companies and
That's
their
right.
games are during the awards competition. So like that's why I just kind of don't. I'm not a fan of Final Fantasy VII Remake being on that list. Not because I don't think it's good. That whole third act sucks balls.
I still haven't.
That
played
whole
Right.
that fucking turns into a goddamn Kingdom Hearts game, and that is not a goddamn compliment.
Marcus?
Like the worst parts of Final Fantasy of Kingdom Hearts are like the last bit of that game, and it's like, oh,
Rufus?
that almost ruined the game for me. No lie. If I want Kingdom Hearts, I'll go play any of the 1,500 Kingdom Hearts games that are out there. Those will be playing Final Fantasy VII.
Sharkus.
So for mine, right? I'm gonna have to agree with Squish on that one.
Does
I'm
the
doubling down on
Marcus
Ghost of
double
Tsushima.
down?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Marcus doubled down with Party Popper stickers. We're not endorsed by stickers. All right.
All right.
So let's
John.
see. So we got game direction next.
I'm sorry. What was that, Sharkus?
Yeah, we got best game direction next.
All right. For best game direction, we got Final Fantasy V Ramake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, and Last of Us. On this one, I doubled down on Ghost
Now
of Tsushima.
back to the countdown. Down.
Bam, bam,
I actually doubled down.
We're not endorsed by
God,
stickers.
Brought to you by Dutch
Not endorsed by
Bros.
stickers.
Dutch Bros, please sponsor
Man,
us.
Bam.
brother, give me your phone.
Please sponsor us.
I'm actually doubling down on these.
Oh, they're all over down.
Mostly because in a category of 5 games, that 4 of them are like ultra super realistic visual, whatever, and they're all kind of standard like shoot 'em up exploration games. Hades.
Marcus?
What?
I said Hades is going to seem the most interesting. out
I'm
of
also
those
gonna.
5.
I'm also
Okay.
gonna do the double down for this
Makes
one.
sense.
The squish double down.
The Squish double down on Ghost of Tsushima once again.
Can we not do this every fucking time?
I need to do it
Holy
once.
shit.
Just to feel
Double down. Ghost
The squishy double down sparked by stickers. Not endorsed by stickers.
Ghost of Tsushima. That's what I double down on. I see. The thing is, like, I feel that's just really. It's not like the best game ever, but it's a really solid game.
It's pretty.
It's really solid.
Marcus?
So for mine, I don't know. I'd probably say Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Sushis.
Ghost of.
Yeah, that is a double down.
You gonna double down on fish farts?
Yeah, fish farts.
Yeah,
Ghost
no,
of fish farts.
Because the ghost of sashimi,
Fish farts.
the fart. Fish fart. So maybe explain this.
The fart.
It's embarrassing when I have to explain it.
Just don't even worry about it.
For me, I'm going to give it to Hades, but like with Game of the Year, I'm going to say Last of Us Part 2. I feel like they're going to be stroking Last of Us Part 2's dick. I feel it.
Again, like 90% of this vote is handled by journalists, and I'm gonna say this a second time now. And I'm probably gonna end up having to say this like a third or a fourth time. But like the first like 6 reviews were the only ones that really sucked off The Last of Us Part 2. The rest of them were more in line with the general consensus, which was
I feel like we read
it's a
definition.
good game.
I saw a lot of jumping on that Last of Us dick.
Like I saw it when it first came out, and then like as more and more reviews rolled around, it was a lot more of There's also the 10% that are just going to be like, nah, fuck Last of Us 2, which is the fan vote.
Yeah.
So
Maybe we'll see. Actually,
Maybe.
yeah, because it
We'll
has
see.
a buff girl in it, and we all know American gamers are weak. They're weak, prepubescent boys who can't handle a thick, beefy woman.
It's when you're adult. When you're adult, you're able to like move. Not musculars.
it's because it had a trans person.
That
in it.
too. Who's like
I'm
only a
upset about
side?
that.
I mean, not that it fucking matters to those people, but she's like only like a side character for a bit, and it's like, anyways, I don't know.
Like we could talk about this
Not
whole thing until the
cowards.
cows come home, really, and like
Yeah.
talking on both sides of the I don't want to say spectrum, but
Gamers are cowards. That's all I'm saying.
we are cowards.
Yeah.
Tell us
Yeah.
how it is, although.
I'm scared of the dark.
Ooga booga.
I'm a coward. All right.
right,
Are we done? Did we go through everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Switch
Yeah.
Mattel
Yep.
Daniel, so we're just gonna do it without him. We'll just go to what for like throughout the categories as to what we want and what will happen, or what we want and what it's gonna
Okay.
be, what we feel like it's gonna be. Okay. So best score in music, Kyle.
Oh, you
Well,
just skipped over best
uh,
narrative.
Oh, so no.
Yeah.
oh,
So best
best
narrative,
narrative.
we
The
got.
only one where Aegis Rim appears in that I want to give it a vote for.
Okay, we got 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Last of Us Part 2. And since Aldo said Aegis Rim, I'm going to give a vote to it because in this one, I do think Last of Us 2 is probably going to beat it out. But I haven't played Aegis Rim, and honestly, having already played through all of Hades for the narrative and the rest of these games, none of them had good narratives at all. They were all mediocre.
Yeah, that was pretty standard. I mean, I like Ghost of Tsushima, but
It's
I
standard.
haven't played it.
It's yeah. I haven't played Aegis Rim, but
Aegis
Aldo's giving it his vote. That's good enough for me.
Aegis Rim is the story about 13 kids who can pilot mechs. For all the kids are from different time periods, and they have to join forces to fight these robots who will destroy the future if they don't.
Shit, man, that sounds a lot like Bokurano.
Also, there's a Sukuban girl and a Bancho boy.
Oh fuck!
Oh, see, there's my
Yeah.
vote already, right
so,
there.
So there's that, and also the fact that
sold
they
it.
split the game in half. So like, if you just want like a purely narrative experience, you can do that. But also like playing through the narrative stuff, because they're kind of like visual novels. As you select choices, you open up more paths and more parts of other characters' story mode. So it's just a more interesting layout of the story.
Was this made by Vanillaware by
Yes.
chance? Oh, fuck! Then yeah, definitely Aegis Rim. Shit, I didn't know they'd come out with a new game.
Yeah,
Fuck.
All right.
I gotta get on that.
Yeah.
Fuck
I'll give it to
Hades.
13 Sentinels for one I want because that sounds dope as fuck. But I feel like it'll probably be Ghost of Tsushima.
I feel like it's a really close call for either Ghost of
For
Tsushima.
narrative?
Yeah. Like, because freaking if they're going for that fucking that like black and white samurai movie for Ghost of Tsushima, then yeah.
That's just. Here's my problem, and I'm probably the only one that cares. A lot of the fucking visual nods that they do to like Ghost of Tsushima are like pretty lip service, surface level shit. I feel like Ghost of Tsushima would have been actually an interesting samurai story if it didn't just pay lip service to the visual style of samurai movies and actually paid attention to the way that those stories are crafted and what they try to tell. At the end of the day, Ghost of Tsushima doesn't really try to say anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
Hire
right.
me, Polygon.
Yep.
Best
So
art
next.
direction.
So best art direction.
Best art direction.
I give it to.
Looks like we got a new contender, Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
I'll double down on Hades. Yep, I'm gonna double down on
Hades.
So I think Hades is probably gonna win it, but personally, I think Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah.
That's kind of how
Like the problem that
I feel about it.
The problem that I have with Hades is that it looks like every other Supergiant game that Supergiant Games has made.
Yeah.
Like it's still really good, but like it just
It's visually pleasing still.
it's still visually pleasing, but like
I want.
uh
Well, like
I want to
Transistor.
give this to Ghost of Tsushima because Ghost of Tsushima has like some really beautiful landscapes and scenery in it.
that's why.
But I think it might go to Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Legitimately, I think.
Yeah, I could see that as well. I don't like the visual aesthetic of Ori.
Me
I
neither.
find it to be a little bit too crowded, I guess is what I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I do not disagree with.
I don't
I
know.
said
So about you,
about
Jeff?
I'm not an
Hades.
art guy. I don't know what the fuck
I
I'm
am-
talking about.
I'm like with everything. I'm much in 2D guy, and I prefer the overall. I'm more into the because I went for Hades because I'm more into freaking like less realistic, you know. So that's why I will have tendency to pander off of Ghost of Tsushima. Like, yeah, Ghost of Tsushima is beautiful, but it's like as artistic for me. It's not my vision of artistic, and like art is subjective, like obviously, and
How profound.
yeah. And I feel like
What a bitch way to say my opinion. Just kidding. I can't finish that sentence.
You're good.
I was gonna go somewhere with it, but like, I couldn't land. I couldn't land it.
like
You feel free to cut that out. You're
Say
not
what?
gonna, but feel free to cut that out.
I'm not going to.
I
You're
know.
good.
I have to live with my shame.
But yeah, like Hades, I'm doubling down on because it feels Jeffrey. So does Ori, but I feel Hades more.
You know what game deserved to be here? It's fucking 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim. You know, a fucking Vanillaware game.
But we can't have anime in
Yeah.
art, bro.
It's just.
I remember fucking. I remember.
But yet Final Fantasy VII's
I
on here. Get
remember
the fuck out of
drawing-
here. Shut up.
I
don't-
Shut
remember
up,
drawing
nerd,
back
we're
when I was
moving on.
in like high school and stuff. And my art teacher at the time was like, "Jeff, are you drawing anime?" I'm like, "Yeah." I was like, "You know that's not a proper art style, right?" And then he grabbed me by my fucking jaw.
Huh. I don't ever want to. I don't know. I've only played a little bit of Aegis Rim. I love it. I love the little bit that I've played, but like, I don't want to be that guy. But I feel like it's actually getting snubbed. But
Yeah.
it's also like I don't give a shit about the Game Awards. So like,
Yeah, because
I'm
But no,
stuck
wait.
between worlds.
like I'm like you guys could bash me in this one in this. I don't care what I'm going to say. What I'm going to ask.
Uh-huh.
Vanilla is the same people that did Dragon's Crown and fucking Muramasa, right?
Odin Sphere and
Yeah, then
Muramasa,
fuck,
yes.
they deserve that. They deserve to be in art direction. Dude, fucking Muramasa is such a beautiful game.
Yeah.
All right, you want to go to? Do you want to go
Anyway,
best scored music?
move.
All right.
Yeah. We got Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII, Hades, Ori, and
I'm gonna
Last of
okay.
Us.
I want to give it to Doom Eternal because I love fucking Mick Gordon.
Let's
What?
see. What do I have? I can definitely see it going to Doom,
I feel
but I doubled down on Final Fantasy VII because Nobuo Uematsu. Goddamn, fuck. I don't.
Dude,
Everything he puts out is fucking good.
I don't have a lot of nostalgia for like Final Fantasy VII, but god damn it, that fucking music like made me cry and like tear up and get excited. I was playing that goddamn game. Like I suddenly had nostalgia for it, and I placed that squarely on the music.
like
Yeah. Hades has some really fucking mediocre music. I don't think it should have been on here at all. Same with Last of Us Part
But
2.
Last of Us Part 2, you can strum the guitar.
That's right, you can play Take On Me, huh? You can also play a bunch of shit on that fucking guitar mini game.
I
I might have to change my vote.
I give my personal one to Doom Eternal, but I'll give my obvious one to Final Fantasy VII. But as a side note, I will make Last of Us Part 2 is like readying for an RKO on Final Fantasy VII.
I'm just saying any game where you can where you can play your own rendition of Last Resort by Papa Roach. 10 out of 10.
An acoustic version. Into pieces.
Yeah, I can't get behind Doom Eternal because I don't like metal music. So
That's fair.
Yeah,
I recognize the following and the love of it.
yeah,
That's fair. So for my choices, right, it would be Doom Eternal, for my personal one, just because that music just gets me all hyped as you just like killing shit.
Sorry.
But for the one that I think is gonna win, I feel like it'd be a toss up between The Last of Us Part 2 and Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Like the sole reason why I gave it to Doom Eternal is because Mick Gordon was because he made the fucking Killer Instinct soundtrack.
So are you giving it to him for Doom, or are you giving it to him for?
I'm giving it to
Killer
Mick Gordon.
Instinct? Yeah.
It's like
You're just giving it to Mick Gordon.
It's the same reason why you give it to Final Fantasy VII because fucking Nobuo Uematsu.
Well, no, I'm giving it to him because his fucking music was really good in that game that we're talking
yeah,
about.
because the music in Final Fantasy VII is also really fucking good. Like I fucking hate the shit out of Final Fantasy VII, but goddamn, that music is still really fucking good.
Right, dude? Dying?
Yeah.
Going to the bathroom.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
It's our among friends. Alright, best audio design.
So we got Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx, Ghost of Tsushima, Resident Evil 3, and The Last of Us Part 2.
I'm sorry, Kyle. I want to give my personal one to Resident Evil 3 because that playthrough, fuck.
That didn't have anything to do with the music though. That had everything to do with
The
Nemesis.
audio
the audio design. Yeah.
Okay, I guess. For this one, I double down on Doom Eternal because fuck, man, those guns sound real good.
Chainsaws.
The squishy, punchy bits sound real good. Like just all of the sound effects for that game, fucking good.
Fucking good. It's high,
Good.
It's high quality.
It's that wet ass pussy.
Oh my god.
It's that
What
wop.
game
Oh
deserves
my
the best,
god.
What game has the best WAP?
Gobble me, swallow me.
I want to spit. I want to choke.
I want you to touch that little dangly thing in the back of my throat.
Squishy.
Yes?
I would probably give mine to Doom Eternal as well.
Doubling down on it.
Yeah, just solely for the fact that for those other games, I haven't played them except for 3, like Resident Evil 3, and I've seen you and Squish play a bit of Ghost of Tsushima.
I could see it maybe going to Tsushima, but I think Doom Eternal's definitely got it. Like all of the like audio stuff in Tsushima just sounds really standard. Not bad, not good, just solid.
You have the
and
whole
standard.
wind stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but yeah, do
You know what's cooler than wind?
guns.
A fucking shotgun going through a demon's innards and exploding out their back end and splattering on the
Who says I
wall.
love you like showing a bunch of viscera everywhere?
Yeah. Alright. Is that all of our opinions? We good?
Although,
I'm taking
sure.
that as a yes. Best
Yep.
performance. We got Ashley Johnson as Ellie, Laura Bailey as Abby from The Last of Us Part 2, Daisuke Suje as Jin
Isn't
Sakai for
isn't that
Ghost of
Zoro?
Tsushima,
Yes.
Logan Cunningham as Hades from Hades, and Najee Jeter as Miles Morales from Marvel's Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
You know, I'm gonna give it to my boy, Miles Morales.
Yep, me too. That's who I
I
want
think
to
it's
win.
also the same voice actor from Spider-Verse, right?
is it?
I don't.
Jeter? Or
It's Jeter. No, I don't think he is.
Still giving it to him though. I synced enough.
I want my boy Miles, but I'm gonna give it to Ashley, whatever the fuck her name is.
Ashley, what the fuck?
Ashley
did him
Bailey.
win?
Ashley Johnson.
Ashley Johnson?
Yeah, that's who I see winning it.
I don't know. I kind of see
man.
Laura Bailey also.
Laura Bailey is
getting
good too.
grabbing up.
It's probably going to be one of those two. Mainly because they both actually did a pretty good job. They're both like veteran voice actors, and also they're both on Critical Role, which has a huge ass fucking fan base.
Oh, they both are?
Yeah.
They're part of that Matt Mercer voice actor squad.
Yep. Shamik Moore is the voice of Miles Morales and Into the Spider.
Okay, yeah, I was looking up Najee Peter. He does like all the Miles Morales stuff. Like he was in Ultimate Alliance. He was also the voice of him in the Spider-Man cartoon, like that real shitty one. Cause none of them will ever be as good as Spectacular Spider-Man. At the hill I will die.
Sure. Yeah. Anyway, we got any
Black
opinions?
Spider-Man. Yeah.
Black Spider-Man.
That's
Black
the thing.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
Baby
Alright.
Jesus was black. Baby Jesus has dreads. Spider-Man should be black. I would go for Glover instead.
All right. Do we have anything to say about games for
No,
nerds? Does
I don't know what the fuck that
anyone
is.
play
Is that like
Nah.
political or some shit?
for a thought-provoking game with pro-social
Makes you
media?
I mean, I'm
message?
just gonna say,
Makes
tell
you
me
think.
why it's the only game I know anything about in here. It's a trans narrative. Apparently, pretty good. But it's
It's
also
not
made by
really-
Don't Nod, so like I kind of expect
I'm gonna give
a
it a
level
Fortnite.
of quality
I
from
don't
them.
know. I don't care.
I'm just saying
the
Fortnite.
only-
Fortnite's gonna take the ongoing one.
Oh yeah,
I don't care.
Let's see. So I have Apex Legends going to it, just because I know that there's not a lot of like actual journalists that are that invested in Fortnite, whereas I think Apex Legends has more of that lean in. What I want to win though is Final Fantasy 14, which isn't nominated.
Yeah,
But I don't fucking care.
Right.
So
Wait, so like Destiny 2 's still going?
it's hard to play now.
What? Okay.
Is it?
So-
Wait. Yeah. No. Fuck Apex Legends.
That's the Titanfall one.
Yeah. We could have got fucking Titanfall. We got fucking Apex Legends.
So
Yeah.
I want to give it to No Man's Sky. Jesus Christ, they resurrected that shit.
Good, yeah, good for them.
I feel like it's gonna go to Fortnite only because they had like their big world-ending event. They've had all their DC and Marvel crossovers. They
Yep.
had like all their live concerts. Like
That was an
it's just
experience.
been,
Travis
like-
Scott.
Yeah, it's just like Fortnite has become like a
The
bigger
Roach.
thing than any of us want.
The Roach. Is that what he's called?
Dude, remember that picture?
Oh, the Batman,
The
right.
Batman. The
brown
warriors
ass-
in the
the
Batman
brown
outfit.
Batman, yeah.
He's the fucking the Roach.
For mine, I think it would be Apex Legends, but I also feel like it will go to like probably
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Yeah.
I'll give mine to
Uh,
Destiny, and then give mine to No Man's Sky. I feel like No Man's Sky deserves it, but Destiny will give
I
it.
don't think No Man's Sky deserves it. It's cool that they managed to resurrect their really shitty game where they just fucking outwardly lied about, or allowed Sean Murray to outwardly lie about what that game was going to be. If they want credit, they should just make a fucking good game to start with and not fucking fix a shitty game.
Hey man, that's how 14 happened.
And you wanted to give them the award.
14 didn't lie. 14 didn't allow Sean Murray to lie about what the game was.
No, but they said you could run a game. Boy,
I don't know. Marcus is the only one that's played
I'll
Naruto
run that
14.
game.
So Marcus is the only one that can vouch for it. Yes.
What, for 14? Yeah, because of my Meteor Survivor tattoo. I don't know. I enjoyed 1.0 of Final Fantasy 14. So I don't know. I still feel like it was doing good.
Yeah, like I don't
It just
feel
needed
like
some tweaks.
1.0 was nearly as bad of an experience
As like what people say it was.
As what No Man's Sky was.
Yeah, Speedy plays No Man's Sky a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did play a lot.
Yeah, Speedy plays it, and he plays what was the other space game?
My friend Speedy likes space. He loves space.
He likes me.
Eve?
He likes
No,
space.
not
He
Eve.
likes space.
It
he
was.
likes making me
it
feel
was
significant when it comes to space.
yeah, Elite Dangerous or
Yeah.
I played both of those
Yeah.
games, not with Speedy, but with my other gaming group. That's actually how we started that. Was we all were playing Elite Dangerous, and then I got space violated by space pirates.
All right. Let's go down
All
to
right,
so-
Kidnapped me out of hyperspace and force fed me fuel.
the best indie game.
I'm doubling down on Hades. It's probably
Yeah.
gonna be Hades.
Mobile game?
Indie. Yeah.
Oh, indie.
indie
I'll get
game.
Fall Guys.
Mine's going to Fall Guys.
Fall Guys is neat, but like,
Hades is too good.
Because I feel like Fall Guys came at the right time.
Okay, so I want to give it to Fall Guys, but I feel like Hades will win.
yeah, like Fall Guys, I feel got like overshadowed by Among Us.
Yeah.
Talking about
Yeah.
best mobile.
Yeah,
So I gave the vote to Pokemon Cafe Mix, but in all honesty, fuck all of these games.
I give it
Genshin Impact.
I give
Genshin
it to Genshin Impact
Genshin
because
Impact.
fucking mobile Fall Guys sucks. Or not Fall Guys, mobile Among
Yeah.
Us is not fun.
That's why I don't give it to Among Us. If it was the PC version, sure, yeah, but it's
Nah.
PCs are mobile, right?
best game playable on a mobile
laptop
device.
technically is, right?
No, Among Us is not fucking playable on a
Really?
mobile device. Yeah, we had Aaron's brother on the mobile version, and every single fucking game he
Yeah,
dropped.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate.
Every
Are
single
you sure
fucking
that's
game
not more
without
to do
file.
with his,
Well, like every person that we had that was playing on a mobile device kept fucking dropping off.
Right now, we do not know if they fixed it, but from my experience, I can't vouch for everybody, that mobile was not good.
Yeah, mobile no good.
Yeah,
Yes.
everything that I've heard about the mobile experience with Among Us has been absolute shit.
So
Yeah.
I'll give it a Legend. So Legend of Runeterra, I want to win because I
The
actually
fuck's
like
Legend of
that.
Runeterra?
It's the card game.
Oh, right. Boo. Boo on you,
I
sir.
actually like that game,
Well, you could go like yourself, and you deserve to like yourself.
but Genshin Impact, I think he's gonna win.
Oh, was that
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
League
What the
card
fuck's
game?
Teppen? Teppen
That was
fun.
like a couple years ago.
Teppen
maybe
was
that game
awesome.
nobody cares about? So was Among Us. So was
Yeah.
okay, so two things. Among Us came out technically like 2-3 years ago.
It was 2018.
Yeah. Also, I like Teppen, but like nobody tasted it. Also, King of Fighters All Stars.
Like the fighting game.
King of Fighters
game.
All Stars, yeah. I was ass slapping Terry. Ass slapping Terry.
My favorite Terry.
Favorite
Speaking
Terry.
of Among Us, are we gonna play some tonight?
Yeah, we play Among Us.
No, I'm not gonna play Among Us.
I was like,
I
play
got
Among Us.
Model kits to build. I got Cup Noodles calling me,
Oh,
boy.
yeah. I'll just call him all the kid. And he's not. We can't stop him.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck all of these games except for maybe Pokemon Cafe Mix. I have no idea what the fuck that is, but like all of these games are either like actually not workable in the case of Among Us, or just outright predatory and shitty. So
I mean, you can
fuck
Yeah,
normalizing
fucking
that.
Genshin
play all the
Impact.
Genshin Impact
I
without.
put
playing-
it.
without
I put
playing.
in $20. I didn't get shit.
Welcome to
That's
Gotcha.
your fault. You
What you know
fell
about
for the
that
fucking
shit?
trap.
Shit.
What you know about
I
that
want
shit?
my
the
character.
industry.
Yeah, you did fall for the trap.
I want my
You didn't
character.
know. You do not know about fucking Gotcha. Hell, motherfucker, you don't even know shit.
I want my
You don't know
character.
SHIT. You do not know shit.
I'm just saying, I play a ton of fucking mobile games, and like
Yeah, dude.
Genshin Impact is actually one of the friendliest towards like free to play.
Yeah, dude. You just have shitty luck.
I don't
You just have
fucking
shitty
care.
RPG.
I
can
do have
see-
some
Take,
shitty luck.
take that
I
shit
get
out
my-
of
I get my
the
wife
games
Fire Emblem.
industry
I get my
altogether.
parts in Gundam. Teppen doesn't have fucking that much RNG. But yeah, dude, I
I
get my
vote
shit.
we skip community support, VRAR,
Yeah, let's just go to best action.
Skip it.
and just
Ooh.
jump straight to best action game.
Yep, best action.
I did Doom Eternal. I doubled down on Doom Eternal.
I doubled down on Hades.
So, best action?
Best action, yeah.
Yeah, probably Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal. Like, I
That's
enjoy
how I
Neo.
feel.
I've yet to play Streets of Rage 4. Hades is fun. Half-Life is a thing. But Doom Eternal.
I'm doubling.
That's
on
literally the action game.
Yeah.
Let's see.
All right, next.
Do you want to do action
Yeah.
adventure?
Spider-Man.
Spooderman. Give us a
Listen,
Spooderman.
Spider-Man.
I want to vote. I want to vote for Spooderman. I really do. It's my boy, Miles Morales. I never want to do him 30. Ghost of Tsushima. Double down on that.
Yeah, this one's really close for me since I haven't played Miles Morales because I haven't.
Here's my problem with Miles
But
Morales.
I'm gonna assume it's pretty close to Spider-Man, and the thing that edges it out for me is that Ghost of Tsushima doesn't have fucking bullshit screwball challenges, and a lot of the side quests from Ghost of Tsushima I remember and like actually enjoyed doing, whereas with Spider-Man a lot of that shit was just open world filler.
Listen, I want to give it to my man Miles Morales. I want to give it to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. But you can't pet the fox in either of those games.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
I wouldn't give it to Fallen Order because that game was fucking buggy as shit.
That's
And fuck EA.
So then Spider-Man?
I give it to Spider-Man with Free
Spider-Man.
Game, Last of Us, ready for an RKO.
Okay. So, role-playing game. We got Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royal, Wasteland 3, and
wanna give it
Yakuza
to
Like
you-
a Dragon.
I wanna give
My
it
vote
to-
would be for Persona 5
I wanna give it to
Royal.
Yakuza.
Persona 5 Royal.
Persona 5 Royale! I want to give it I want to give it to Yakuza because I like the cut of that guy's jib. And but I feel like Final Fantasy VII is going to get it.
You mean Jeff?
I just yeah, Japanese.
Yeah, Jeff, Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
Yakuza Like a Jeff.
Yakuza, like, goddamn.
Japef.
Japan?
Japan.
Oh, God.
Japef.
Yeah, Jeffsa.
Jafuza like a dragon.
What?
Yakuza?
Here's what I will say about
Lizard Peach with wings.
here's what I will say about Persona 5 as opposed to like Yakuza Like a Dragon. Persona 5 does like a lot for it being one of the most accessible JRPG games for like new audiences. It has a lot of really good quality of life improvements, visually, musically, I think narratively. It's running on all cylinders. I have complaints about the narrative, so don't get at me.
We talked about it.
But I will say the problem with Yakuza Like a Dragon and voting for it over Persona 5 is that Yakuza Like a Dragon feels heavily inspired by Persona 5. So it's like you might as well vote for the best version of that, which is Persona 5. Persona Yakuza Like a
see.
Dragon literally feels like the fucking director of Like a Dragon played Persona 5 after they got done doing 6 and was like, yo, let's make this.
Let's see. I think Persona 5 is gonna take it, but I gave my vote to Yakuza because I really don't like Persona 5's narrative. I especially don't like the added shit they put in from Royal. The new extra characters
But Senpai.
are bad. They actively, I preferred regular Persona 5's narrative over Persona 5 Royals. And again, like, it didn't feel like, I don't feel Royal justified itself being a separate $60 game. So yeah, Yakuza.
Alright.
Also,
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII's bad. Especially that last 1/3.
Alright.
Oh boy.
This is what we're
all right.
about.
Let's get.
Also, sorry if I can just rant, like it's just a
Yeah,
little.
go for it, Aldo.
Okay.
All these
Yeah.
games, especially right here in the role playing category. Actually, I'm not gonna speak for Wasteland 3. For all of the fucking like Japanese RPGs on this category, are all really like new user accessible. Like whether it's like your first time playing a JRPG, or it's like your first time jumping into any of those franchises, like they're accessible as fuck, right?
Yeah.
My beef with Final Fantasy VII is like they have this whole thing that like lingers on you having already known and experienced the original Final Fantasy VII story with these Dementor looking motherfuckers, and it's like if you don't know what's up, I feel like it doesn't have the impact they want you to fucking have, and like that's bullshit. You call it a goddamn remake, and you change up the fucking story for people who have been waiting for this because they don't want to play a janky looking PS1 game.
Should have said spoilers.
Yeah, the Final Fantasy VII Remake is like the worst title because the game that they came out with is not a remake of Final Fantasy VII at all. It features the same characters and setting as Final Fantasy VII, but it's not the same fucking game at all.
Would it be better to call it like Final Fantasy Retcon?
I mean, pretty much.
Yes.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
should have just called it. They should have just called it. I don't know. Final Fantasy VII, a new media.
They should have just called it Final Fantasy VII
Final
R.
Fantasy call
Yeah.
it
And
Final
then
Fantasy
when people
VII,
were
not
like,
your dad's Final
when
Fantasy
people
VII.
were like, "Is it a remake? Is it a reimagining?"
Reboot?
They could have just been like, "We'll leave it up to the player's imagination once they
I
finish
think
the
if they
game."
said that, you'd be more frustrated.
Probably because that's like the most corporate bullshit. But like, it's definitely not a remake. So either way, I'm still angry.
That was my beef.
Granted, I was always going to be angry no matter what. Cause it's
I like Final
VII.
Fantasy VII remake, but oh boy, do I have a laundry list of fucking complaints about it. Anyways, we can move on.
All right.
So fighting game?
On to our bread and butter for best fighting game. We got Grand Blue Fantasy versus Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition, One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows,
Also, a game nobody cares about.
Also by Spike
and
Chunsoft.
Under Night in Birth EXE Late Clear.
Uniclear.
Fuck.
Uniclear.
Uniclear.
Uniclear. What? How is that?
Yeah,
No, that's
Uniclear.
the abbreviation of the whole name.
Yeah.
UNIB. Wait,
What's your pick, Kyle?
So I think Mortal Kombat 11's gonna take it, but personally, out of these 5 games, I think it should go to Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition.
I will give mine to... I'll double down for Grand Blue. I know it's a fucking gamble, but Mortal Kombat 11 came out last... Mortal Kombat 11 came out last year. Did it come out last year? Yeah, it did.
No,
2 years.
no.
Wait,
Yeah.
no. 11?
Yeah, it came out last year.
Did...
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Jeff,
came
we're
out late
talking
last
about
year,
Mortal
right?
Kombat 11.
March
We're
2019.
talking about a totally different game called Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate.
Oh yeah, as
Yeah.
different as Street Fighter Championship Edition. It came out back in fucking 2016. Yeah.
That's Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition.
Street Fighter. Yeah,
Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition came out.
the fucking Game Awards, man. Like, to be
Street
fair,
Fighter 5 Champion Edition is a totally different game than Street Fighter 5. That's why it has a different listing, Jeff and Kyle.
So for mine, I think Mortal Kombat 11 is gonna take it, but my personal choice would probably be Grand Blue or probably Grand Blue.
I don't.
Did you got Edge the character, dude? A fucking Belial. This fucking heel ass walk.
Yeah, I know. I
That's all you need.
I downloaded. I bought Grand Blue for Steam, and I bought Belial, and I'm really sad because I don't like playing Belial. I don't like his playstyle.
Oh, you don't?
No.
He's fucking cool.
I know.
He's
I
fucking
know.
cool.
He's so fucking cool, but I can't do that type of character. I'm so bummed.
Dude, when you get the hang of him, he's pretty bitchin'.
I'm so bummed. But I didn't want to give it to Grand Blue because I don't know. Grand Blue just something.
Is it because of the anime fighter?
No.
Is it because it launched the roster of 15 characters and already had DLC planned for it for 2 seasons before it even launched?
I mean, kind of.
That's my beef with it.
It's because you're waiting for
like there's
it's
just,
because you're waiting for.
It's okay,
Guilty Gear.
Kyle. It's okay.
it just doesn't. I don't know. Like it exemplifies like all of the problems that I have with fighting games nowadays. Like it added easy options for new players, but at the end of the day, it still does nothing to teach them. And don't get me wrong, this is a problem across all 5 of these games.
Not One Punch Man.
I thought Grand Blue Fantasies Versus has like the RPG mode, which is actually meant to help you learn the mechanics as you play through the RPG.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Doesn't?
Like it has an RPG mode, and they say that it's supposed to teach you about the mechanics, but it's just a dumb RPG
That's
mode
a
with a bunch
bummer
of dumb
coming from
RPG
That's
mechanics.
a real bummer coming from Arc System Works. They did like excellent tutorials with their
But yeah, like it just has like a bunch of dumb filler stuff that feels like it was taken from the mobile game as well. Like that RPG mode, that whole story mode thing feels like you're playing a mobile game, but with a fighting game engine thrown into it instead of like the dumb normal mechanics. And I don't want to give it to Mortal Kombat 11 because fuck Mortal Kombat 11.
Doesn't John
Fuck
Rambo
Ed Boomer.
deserve your vote?
Yeah. Don't you want to play
No.
your grandpa's fighting game?
No, I don't want to play Grandpa.
I want to. Okay, so I'm gonna say my vote is for Grand Blue Fantasy. Like that's the one I want to win. Honestly, though, I feel. Oh God, I'm sorry.
Just fucking get it.
Mortal Kombat 11 has always had a huge casual fan
I feel like
base.
it's gonna win.
So it's gonna win. Even though it had probably one of the most atrocious grind for God, Mortal Kombat 11 envelops like everything I hate about the current climate of game design. There's just so much fucking bullshit in it to unlock. Like, people complain about loot boxes, and they complain about, and then like developers were me like, well, we'll only keep it to like cosmetics, so it doesn't affect gameplay. And people were like, oh, okay. What they didn't realize is that like with loot boxes, and Mortal Kombat technically doesn't have loot boxes, but you can tell, especially when it first came out, that it was designed to have loot boxes, and then that was pulled out at like the 11th hour. Because there's so much other bullshit that goes into unlocking shit, like backgrounds for your gamer card, front images for your gamer card, sound clips, fucking concept art, consumables for their bullshit tower mode, variation icons, dumb equipment that you can barely even see the difference most of the time, skins which aren't skins, but it's 4 different costumes colored differently 10 times. And sometimes those 4 costumes aren't that much different either. Like sometimes you'll have a character in a robe and he'll have like spiked up shoulder pads, and then one variation will be the exact same costume, but his shoulder pads aren't spiked up. And it's just so much fucking bullshit. And that's the problem that's like the real problem with like loot boxes and shit like Mortal Kombat, where it's not loot boxes, it's just you do all this benign bullshit to unlock stuff, but we've put a bunch of other fucking garbage in the way so that when you want to unlock the shit you actually give a shit about, you can't get to it because you have to get through all the other bullshit we've put in.
You ready to continue to the next one?
Fuck Ed Boomer. Alright, let's go.
We'll do a quick one. All right, so best family. I'm doubling down on Animal Crossing.
As am I.
Animal Crossing.
I I think Animal Crossing's gonna knock it
Yeah.
out of the park. Poor Crash Bandicoot 4. I've heard it's a really good game, but it got overshadowed by literally
Yeah.
everything.
Marcus, Aldo.
I don't know. For family game, I would say Animal Crossing.
Like,
I mean, granted, that isn't my type of game, and I don't really care for the game, but I feel like Animal Crossing. But if I was to pick like a personal favorite for mine, it would probably be Fall Guys.
because Animal Crossing came out right when fucking COVID was at its first high point.
Its first peak.
Its first peak in the U.S.
In the U.S.
So I'd say so. Aldo. Saldo. Did you go to Albania? Maybe. Probably. So we continue on without Aldo? Let's continue on without Aldo.
I think.
Alright.
Okay. I picked a thing out for Simmer Strategy, but I think I'm the only one that plays these types of games, so we can skip it. Unless somebody has something to say
We'll just
about
let
it.
you have yours.
Was it going to be XCOM?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
XCOM.
Next time's the only one that
Yeah.
I know that I see, that I've noted. I know.
Yeah.
Race-
Best sport racing
we can-
game.
Tony Hawk.
I'm doubling
Tony
down
Hawk.
on
Tony
Tony
Hawk.
Hawk.
Tony Hawk.
Tony Hawk.
Yeah, I
Hawk.
genuinely think Tony Hawk has the best
Oh.
chance because it, A, huge nostalgia value, B, it's actually really fucking good, and C, it's not a fucking yearly release like the rest of these fucking games. Except for maybe Dirt 5, but fuck off, it's
Yeah.
Tony Hawk.
Because I'm not here, I'm guessing we're going to talk about how Ages Rim totally got fucking snubbed for best sim strategy game. It's also the other half of the game, it's not a visual novel, it's a fucking giant robot XCOM type fucking game.
Sorry, Aldo.
Yes, yeah, I got snubbed. I got snubbed,
No,
sorry.
you're fine, I just wanted to mention that. No problem.
That got said? Okay, I feel you.
But also,
I also assume you're doubling down for Tony
Oh,
Hawk's
damn
Pro
straight.
Skater 1+2 thrice upon an
God,
ollie.
you know what the fucking thing that makes me angry about you saying that is? That's the fucking name for the Evangelion movie. Once upon a time.
Yeah, why do you think I keep saying it
I
like that?
hate it. Anyways, yes, double down.
Then the last one is multiplayer.
I chose Ultimate not Fall Guys, but I think Among Us is gonna win it.
I'll give it a toss up.
I actually enjoy playing Fall Guys a lot more than I enjoy playing Among Us.
I feel the same. Also, again, might be with Among Us. It came out like 2-3 years ago. It got popular this year, but that doesn't mean it came out this year.
I'll give it a toss up between Fall Guys and Among Us, with the RKO award going to Valorant.
So for me, I'm pretty much in agreement with you guys. Fall Guys and then Among Us.
All right. Well, and the rest of the stuff we don't care about. Well,
Hey, hold on though.
There-
Can I just say,
What's up?
I don't care about Content Creator of the Year. But if anybody deserves, it's Tim the Tat Man. We're absolutely getting shit on by the fucking Fall Guys development team. He fucking deserves it, if anything, for just that.
What?
I am not
tell
familiar
with
us the
this.
story.
So Tim the Tat Man started streaming Fall Guys,
Right.
but just like couldn't get a win. He just couldn't. Like I think it was almost like 2 or 3 weeks that he just could not get a win, and he was streaming
feel
the
that.
game almost daily. And it
feel
became
that.
such a meme, and the Fall Guys developers, like the official Fall Guys Twitter account, started shitting on him, and they started saying stuff like, they were like Tim the Tat Man, like at Tim the Tat Man, they were like, "Hey man, if it makes you feel any better, we checked our records, and you are not the worst player. The worst
Ooh.
player is actually this dummy account we made to test AFKs."
Oh,
And like it's like just a constant stream of like shitting on him. Actually, let me look up the fucking article that had it.
I was also gonna mention Content Creator of the Year because fuck yeah, Alana Pierce.
I don't know what she do. I don't know any of these guys.
She was part of Funhouse. She was a writer for IGN. She's like one of the few people that
She's gonna be a story writer for a company right now, isn't she?
Yeah, for Sony Santa Monica, the same team that this
Yeah.
got for. That's what her recent job was. But yeah, I think she's done great. She's done a lot of charity streams for trans communities, for women in general, and I think like accessibility as well.
So I'm not gonna
So
say
fuck
she
yeah.
doesn't deserve it. I feel a little bothered that H Bomber guy isn't on here. He's also
Yeah.
done
Fuck yeah.
that shit. But anyway, so
Yeah.
back to Tim.
If H Bomber guy had been on here, I
Absolutely,
would have
yeah.
voted for him.
Anyways, so back to that Tim the Tatman thing. Some of the tweets have been from Fall Guys. Hey, been told to swing by and ask you how many crowns you have. Sorry to bother you again. I was just looking for an L, but couldn't find one. Someone said you take them all.
Oh fuck! Damn.
Hey Tim, we ran the numbers and it doesn't look like you will ever be able to achieve a crown by yourself. Would you like us to gift you one so that the people stop saying things like, Tim is so bad, lol. You can pretend you won it if you like, we won't tell anyone. Hey Tim, it's me
Jesus.
again. I've been chatting with the developers. We thought maybe we could film ourselves winning, and then you could just stream our video while you pretend to play. Save yourself from becoming a meme.
Fuck, dude. It's really rude. That's mean, Fall Guys. What the
Oh my
fuck?
god, that's...
That's mean. Bro.
Never mind. I don't want Fall Guys to win. You're being really mean to that guy. That's very rude.
Oh jeez. Oh fuck.
Oh, and I love that they fucking picked him out of all... Like, they could have been, like, equally salty and just shit on a bunch of people. No, they picked him. And he fucking took it like a champ. He kept playing until he won.
Good for him.
That is the most
All right.
unique 2020 experience I've seen that ended positively.
See,
All right, and
do
and
I
that's
go
it.
over like any of these other ones?
Nope.
We don't want to talk about...
It is unfortunate.
Oh, it's like
We don't want to talk about
it's all
esports coach.
esports.
Because I voted
No.
based on nicknames. So I voted for Krusty.
I think because I voted on the actual
Same,
website,
same.
so like I voted for I voted based on like what game they did, and I just made sure that it wasn't League of Legends, Overwatch, or Call of Duty. So I think it inevitably just went all to whoever was doing
Yeah,
Counter
it looks
Strike.
like. Yeah, I was voting based on names.
Because something that really fucking bothers me about this is that, like, I get it with, like, EVO getting canceled and EVO and just the fighting game community in general this year has had a really rough experience. But I don't appreciate the Game Awards snubbing out the entire
Same.
fighting game community.
Yeah.
Same.
It's like, and like, this is something that happens whenever esports come up. Like, nobody ever talks about the fighting game scene.
Well, it's because like
Because it's considered a different community. It's considered like the
yeah,
FGC
it's
is
the
not
FGC
Yeah,
and esports are
and like,
two
I get it.
I don't agree.
And like,
unfortunately,
yeah.
and
Sorry, you were like
we talked
mumbling
about-
like under me and Kyle. What were you
Sorry.
saying?
It's like we talked about this a lot in past podcasts and stuff about fight game, the FGC, as well as and esports and stuff like that. And I think like I mentioned beforehand, like I feel like the only thing that will combine the two together will be that League fighting game that will be coming out. Like
Yeah, we'll see.
there's a lot of unfortunately there's
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
it will.
controversy that happens between in the FGC compared to esports. Like
yeah, well, because like I know when esports was first starting out, like this was back I think when like Halo really got big, and then people were like boosting up Counter Strike and Quake, like back in like the early 2000s, I want to say. They tried running some stuff for fighting games and whatnot, but like every time they tried to do it, they fucked it up super bad. Like they were either being really fucking sketchy with where money was going, or they didn't follow like community guidelines and all, and their like shit was super ass backwards, and they were not open to feedback at all, and that created a hostile experience for the FGC, and so the FGC also in turn really started shitting on like esports leagues and stuff like that, and so it's created this huge riff. And part of this, I think, is on the FGC, because I don't think the FGC has ever attempted to extend an olive branch or anything like that. But also, I think it's because like the FGC was built by the community from the ground up before any kind of corporations or shit started getting involved. And then when they tried to do that, they kept fucking it up. And so the FGC itself seems very much like keeping it in the community. And like that's probably like one of the coolest gaming things that I think video games have done, that you can point out as having a huge beneficial positive impact in people's lives, is the FGC. And to see it being completely snubbed by organizations like the Gaming Awards and so on and so forth, like even in journalism, a lot of the FGC gets negative press, and even when people try to bring positive things that the FGC are doing to light, the press doesn't really seem that interested in signal boosting that, and it's really fucking frustrating, because like, it's a community of people that started from nothing and were just driven by this passion to make something really cool, and something that, while it definitely has had its problems and still has its problems, has actively been trying to make strides to be more inclusive and to get this out there and actually do things for the community. And it fucking blows. It makes me angry. It makes me want to bitch, like how I bitch about Naruto.
No, I have to agree, and I think like you mentioned, I think the key difference is like the grassroots feel of the FGC. I think it's just something that like it's. I think that grassroots mentality and feel to the community is so integral to it that, one, they don't extend the olive branch, but two, it's really hard for like corporations to really kind of try to like get in there without ruining that feel of it. And I mean, we've seen that even within, quote unquote, the community itself. I think a lot of like corporate run events, like specifically the ones ran by the publishers and developers, are never as well received as a lot of the long-lasting grassroots.
I think like the only ones that I can think of, I think, are Capcom Cup, and that's usually only for Street Fighter. I know a lot of people had an issue with how they ran their Marvel versus Capcom Infinite tournament, and then just immediately dropped it.
I think Tekken World Tournament is also one of the few that does that as well, but I think they also really embrace community feedback.
Yeah, and then I don't know, Combo Breaker is not run by anyone officially associated with Killer Instinct or anything, right? Okay.
Mm-mm.
Like, maybe this is probably going to be one of those backlash things I'm going to say, but it's probably just the lack of thuggery. This became more of a... has made the FGC now more of a much safer thing.
Yeah, you know, the lack of misogyny, toxic masculinity, and just, racism.
And racism, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because...
Thank God for less thuggery.
Yeah, like, thuggery's not a positive thing. Like, it's one thing talking shit on one... It's one thing talking shit for us when we're playing games together. It's another thing if we're talking shit fucking being sponsored by somebody to another person.
Well, I mean, even a lot of people that participate in EVO aren't sponsored. But, I mean...
a lot of people that are in finals are sponsored.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, I don't know. I would like to see them recognized, but also, boy, a lot of the controversy in the fighting community, specifically Smash, is overwhelming. And I feel like the Game Awards probably was like, how about we don't?
We're not
how
going
about
to touch that.
Yeah. Like, we don't want to nominate somebody, and then like halfway through the Game Awards, a lot of victims start speaking up, and all of a sudden we're in hot water.
Well, like, also with the addition of like what's going on in regards to online play in regards to FGs, in regards to fighting game community and stuff like that, which is a topic we'll be going in later on. in the in the news and stuff. It's
Yeah,
probably
that's
like because of COVID and stuff like that. A lot of big events and stuff like that have been
have
Snuffed.
been snuffed out or changed,
Yeah.
and or as we'll later talk about, forcibly held down with a pillow over their face. Anyway, if that's all we have to say about the Game Awards, we got another topic, a little news article from one Steamboat Taco. You wanna lead us into that?
No, because I'm watching the video. What?
Like, nah.
All right, I got it. I got it. I'm there. I got up. Just need to get a laugh in there.
Okay.
Build some panic. An English version of Persona 5 Scramble, the Phantom Strikers, has been listed by Asian retailers with a release date for early next year, like February 23rd. So this tells us one of two things. One, that it's finally stepping out of Japan. It's at least going to Asian territories, which is like at least a step forward from their fucking silence about the game coming out in the West. And two, it's also going to be mostly localized in the sense that it's going to have English text support. Granted, it's for Asia.
And it'll have English voiceovers as well, I believe.
Yeah. So we'll see on that English voiceover. I think it was an American company that did the voiceover for Persona 5. So I'd be curious about if they would still be the same people doing it, and if they are, just fucking release it in the West already, damn it.
Yeah.
It's like it's sold. Like I'm looking at the sales on Wikipedia, and like my that being Wikipedia and stuff like that. It sold around like the first week. It sold roughly around 46 to 115,000 in its first week for Switch and PS4 respectively, and it sold over 4,800,000 in Japan by July 2020. So maybe they're just doing this Southwest Asia thing just to see if there's even going to be a bigger market, just in case, like kind of testing the waters.
Okay, sure. Also,
Probably not.
okay, but also not that there isn't the understanding, but let me tell you why that's bullshit. Okay, first of all, Muso-style crossovers have been proven to sell in the West. Probably not as well as like they'd want them to, but motherfucker, they just released Age of Calamity. Okay?
Yeah, I'm aware.
That's a Muso-style crossover. Second of all, Persona 5 is probably like the best-selling Persona game in the West. And it's like, you have those two things, there's not a lot of risk. The game's already done. The localization's the only thing that's left, and getting it certified by the ESRB. Like, it's not a huge risk. Like, Atlas is just really pussyfooting around with this release. Like, they know it's wanted. They've heard people say that it's wanted. They know that game's getting pirated out here because they haven't released it out here. Like, just fucking do it.
It's also important to note that Omega Force, which is the parent company of Koei Tecmo who made this, previously mentioned that it was planned that the game was going to come out in the West. One thing to note, though, is that usually with Asian retailers, sometimes it's really hit or miss on whether this is actually accurate. Because February 23rd is like the last Tuesday in the week of February. And I know a lot of times...
In the month
What?
of February?
Yeah, in the month of February. It's the last week. It's technically the 28th ends on a Sunday. A lot of distributors will list like a place marker date, which is usually like at the end of the month, or like a likely date. But I imagine that if it is going to come to the West, it's probably going to be the same date. Granted, I don't really care because somebody said it was like, hey, you know, it would be really good if Persona was a Muso game. I would have been like, no. I don't like
It kind of
Persona games usually don't have a roster large enough for like a Muso game experience. Because most of those games get by having like huge rosters with
No, not the crossover
archetypes of characters you select.
Not the crossover.
What?
Yeah, the mainline
Really?
games do have giant rosters. This is a complaint. Jeff and I had a conversation about this a couple days
we had a
ago.
conversation like this.
Well, I know Gundam ones have huge
they're
crossovers
fucking Gundam.
or huge
Yeah,
rosters because it's Gundam.
That would be an insult. But like the
Um,
Zelda ones, the Fire Emblem
The
ones.
Fire Emblem one, especially the Fire Emblem one.
Well, the Zelda one had like a
No,
huge
not
roster,
by
didn't it?
Muso standards.
Yeah, and Fire Emblem is just way fucking.
Granted, I haven't looked at what the Pirate Warriors roster looks like. I'm guessing it's probably around the same size.
Oh yeah.
It's the.
Anyway,
We'll talk about that later.
I'm just gonna use this. I'm just gonna use this to say, you know what would be a really good Muso game? Final Fantasy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I have to say about this.
That would be good. It'd be like that one fucking part in Kingdom Hearts 2 where you fight like a thousand nobodies. It's
Yeah, I thought that part
You know
was
what?
fun.
You know what would make that cooler if it was a fucking Muso game.
Yeah. Fuck man, a Kingdom Hearts Muso game would be something I would want more over a Persona. Like
So
if it was like all
Yes.
of Persona,
I was
then
actually- I
yes.
was about
But
to say
just
that.
Persona 5. Yeah, Persona 5 just feels like just Persona 5. It just feels too small. They even added a character into this one, I believe, and like a Persona Muso game, sure. A Persona 5 Muso game, not so much. Anyway, that's it.
All right.
That's all I got to hit.
We want to head over to the final topic or final news. All right, let's do it.
Yep.
So,
So, Kyle, did you need another reason to be angry at Nintendo? No? Well, here's one anyway.
hold on. Let me
Take it
quote
away,
Jeff,
Jeff.
though. Why would they do this?
Makes no sense.
I just don't understand why Nintendo would do this.
continue being Jeff.
You wanna tell us what the audience at home what the topic is? What we're talking about, Jeff?
Yeah, go for it, Jeff. Wait for y'all though.
Oh. Alright, goddamn it. Alright, so there was the Smash Bros.
You
tournament.
stick to this role, goddammit.
Alright, so the Smash Bros. Tournament Big House 10 was cancelled, which had previously become an online-only tournament. And part of it that was going to feature Ultimate and it was going to feature Melee. But they recently received a cease and desist from Nintendo, mostly on the basis that they are using the Slippy netcode to play Melee online. It kind of came out of nowhere, but according to Nintendo, in their official response, has been that they. Hold on one second. Let me just read this. Unfortunately, the upcoming Big House tournament announced plans to host an online tournament for Super Smash Bros. Melee that requires use of illegally copied versions of the game in conjunction with a mod called Slippy for their online event. Nintendo therefore contacted the tournament organizers to ask them to stop. They refused, leaving Nintendo no choice but to step in to protect its intellectual property and brands. Nintendo cannot condone or allow piracy of its intellectual property.
Okay, you okay there?
I did that all. You know, I am a trained actor. I should be able to say all that shit without having to like take a deep breath and then burp at the end of it. But oh boy, not so. Anyways, Nintendo cannot condone or allow piracy of its intellectual property.
So I'm gonna let all of you guys go ahead and tell you say your thoughts and feelings, and then I will go into my tirade about this bullshit. So go on. Go ahead, guys. The stage is yours.
Go ahead, Jeff.
I don't want to end up getting heated for anything.
Since you're the furthest away right now.
No, the thing is, I'm trying to make sure that I'm ready. I'm ready for heat, so I don't give heat back. All right.
It's okay. Just go for it.
Are you agreeing with Nintendo? Is that what
Your
it
biggest
is?
critic right now is just Kyle.
Agreeing with Nintendo?
With the
Your
exception
biggest
of the
critic is just
cancellation
Kyle.
of Ultimate, the Ultimate tournament, I do agree with Nintendo on this one.
It's all right.
Yeah, like the fact, like it's first of all like it's Melee. You know, like it's being played on in a way that is not being played like naturally. Albeit, yes, because of COVID and whatnot. Why did I say naturally? I don't fucking know. Can't word my shit out right. It's yes, like while online role packing is important and whatnot for people to play online and whatnot, especially here in the States, because you know we live in a big country and our internet's shit. The fact that people are so upset for a Melee tournament, if you will, like without fucking being like, oh, why would Nintendo would do this, blah 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 for Melee and stuff. Yes, like if it was for Ultimate, I would understand, but it's Melee. Like it's the same reason why I have issues with people who want fucking Nintendo to support, who want to continue to support Melee and stuff. Melee is an old game. I know, but people need to understand that while Nintendo has the right to cancel an event in regards to using a questionable. I'm not gonna say illegal or whether like it's illegal or illegal because I don't know much about copyright laws and stuff. I just know that fucking companies could claim it, and I'm like, oh shit. It's not being played with. It's not being played with an actual GameCube console. It's not being played with a bot, the bot Melee disc and stuff. Like if people were to buy them, and extract the emulators and yes or whatever. But like, I think Nintendo can do this. If, like I said, if it was Ultimate, then yeah, I'd be like, Nintendo, that's very dumb. It's completely different from the Evo situation, I feel. And yeah, like I said, I can't really word this out without trying to be offensive defensive. All right, Aldo, Kyle.
So
you guys
okay.
are more.
So you're not totally like off base, I think. I will preface this by saying that like legally, Nintendo's in the right. Morally, they're in the wrong. Because it's one thing. I get it, right? Like Nintendo has official support for this tournament. They support it, and I understand like why legally they have to do this. I mean, part of that quote says that Nintendo cannot condone this. And that's like legally they can't, right? Because if they allow it, it sets a precedent, and then that becomes a lot harder to fight in the future. So legally, like Nintendo lawyers have to do this. Is it shitty? I mean, yes. Also, I'm not a fan of Melee, right? It's broken. It's the fucking tournament scene for it really ends up with the same 5 people at grand finals every fucking tournament every fucking year. So like me, Melee just isn't fun to watch, but I get why there's a huge love for it. It is the ultimate grassroots tournament movement in the FGC, as we were talking about that, and that's so integral to the feeling of that community. Personally, I wish everybody would stop playing Melee and just move on to Ultimate. But it is real shitty for Nintendo to kind of do this, especially in a year where in-person meetups are dangerous. Technically should be illegal, but they're not. And so there's here you have a tournament who's trying to like do the right thing and host their tournament online. And yeah, like there's no way to verify that every single person who's joining the tournament has Melee as a legal copy of Melee that they've then like legally copied onto their thing, and are using with like Dolphin. Even though Dolphin is the way emulation laws here in the States work, like Dolphin is legal, Slippy is technically legal because it's not modifying the actual game. So there's like a lot of gray area stuff that should technically be legal. But yeah, I mean, there's no way to prove that like everybody has a legally obtained ROM of or ISO of Melee.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of shitty for like Nintendo to be like, yeah, you can't do this, and not ever provide an alternative. Like, right? Like they don't provide an alternative. They haven't provided a digital version of Melee. They haven't ported it to any consoles. And I get it, right? Because they want to sell their new Smash Brothers attack that like poor Sakurai has been slaving over a hot stove for like the last 3 years. And that's it's business. At the end of the day, Nintendo was a business, and their treatment of the FGC has always been less than stellar. So while I can see that they are in the right, and according to this, they did ask them to remove it. So theoretically, Big House 10 could have proceeded with a Smash Ultimate only tournament. They didn't do that, and now that Nintendo had to send their cease and desist to protect their intellectual property, and now the whole tournament is closed. I think both sides definitely could have handled this better, but at the end of the day, I think Nintendo is morally in the wrong, unfortunately legally in the right. Yeah. Anyways, I'm done.
All right. Kyle?
Squish, you got anything to say?
I'm basically on the same point you guys are on. Like, yeah, they had to do their thing, but like it sucks. But yeah, they had to do their thing.
Cool. Fuck Nintendo. Big House is legally in the right to run the tournament. It would be up to Nintendo in a court of law to have to prove that anybody is running a pirated copy of Melee. Emulators are 100% legal. This has been settled in 2 court cases with Sony, when Sony tried to sue the Virtual Game Station for being able to allow you to play PlayStation games on your PC, and again when they went after the Bleem emulator for PlayStation. Both times, US Congress has said, no, it is perfectly legal for you to have an emulator. It is fair competition. As far as backing up your games, it's a fairly gray area. This is just Nintendo doing the exact same fucking bullshit they've always done whenever anybody tries to preserve any of their games, while they just sit and don't fucking do anything at all. Fuck Nintendo. Nintendo's a piece of shit company. I'm so fucking done with them. I don't fucking care.
Because it sounds like you sure as hell do, bro.
Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't be this angry.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, this is just Nintendo being the same shits that they always are whenever somebody tries to fucking do anything cool for the community.
I also just
Yeah, I don't know. I think the Melee community doesn't deserve to be anything cool this time.
What?
Go, Jeff.
The Melee community doesn't deserve anything cool. Because the majority of the Melee...
Why? Like, I get it. Melee players are obnoxious online sometimes. I'm not even going to say Melee players. The bulk of people who attempt to play Melee and aren't very good at it and are the incredibly vocal ones online, or the shitty ones. But as far as like the professional players go, they just seem to have a preference. They want to be able to play the game that they want to play. This is like getting upset at people that prefer Street Fighter 2 over
Yeah, but it's the same. It's the same.
the other
it's
ones.
the same people that want Nintendo to support an old game though.
Because there's still a huge support for it
Yeah,
from
but
the
you don't
community.
see Capcom supporting Street Fighter 2 or putting money in Street Fighter 2 tournaments.
Okay, but hold on, Jeff.
Yeah, because there isn't a huge portion of the Street Fighter 2 community asking for it.
Okay, but also there is official support in how many fucking times they've re-released Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, but I'm talking about
That's true,
like
too.
in regards like you don't see people like making tournaments and stuff like that, like as well as like Third Strike and
Well,
whatnot. You know?
I mean, you do. There are side tournaments. They
again-
don't get main stage spotlight attention, but there are like those side tournaments are always at every tournament. That's essentially what's been kind of the problem with Melee was that it's never officially become a side tournament. It's because it was such a main stage.
As well as like you got to remember the backlash that Evo had when they took Melee off the main play. You know,
Cool. This okay.
Yeah, so like, but,
Fine. Whatever. What does that have to do with this
Well, okay.
it's
situation?
Melee. So it's right now we're talking about the Melee fan base,
yes.
not the overall thing. We're talking about the Melee fan base who were upset about the Evo when they took off Melee as a main tournament.
Yeah, and I get it. They're angry, right? For a lot of them, this is their, it is their livelihood. They don't want to let it go. It is a lot of people's favorite games. And Jeff, you know me. I will shit on the Melee community given the chance. Those stinky bastards.
I mean, it's got to the point where where Nintendo like made the adapters and they released more game controllers so the players could play like Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate more, make it more comfortable for them.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, that's also a business decision. That's not necessarily a moral decision. They're not doing it because they like them. They're doing it because they're trying to get money out of them. And I get it. Like, and part of me being being an asshole is like every time they're like, "What do they want us to do? What the fuck does Nintendo want?" It's like Nintendo wants you to move on to their next game and buy the DLC for that because they can make more money off of that. But also Nintendo could just release Melee HD. Like that is absolutely an option.
Yeah, but
They don't even
people that be upset about.
They don't
Melee
even
HD.
need to release. They don't even need to release Melee HD. They just need to release it on a fucking eShop.
Yeah. So like,
Right now, the only way for anybody to play Melee legally is to go onto eBay and pay $150 that doesn't even go to Nintendo for a disc.
like I said, like legally, they're in the right. Morally, they're in the wrong. There's a lot of stuff that Nintendo could do.
Yeah.
I would argue they're not even legally in the right.
I'm not a lawyer, so I don't really want
Yeah, I'm not a lawyer either.
to.
Like it's still
I'm not a lawyer either. I'll
mean,
still
that's
fucking
fair.
argue it.
I just think morally, yeah. Like, listen, Nintendo, like, you've been fighting with the Melee community. Like, it's not even like a fucking symbiotic relationship at this point. Like they've constantly been fighting with Nintendo ever since Brawl came out, essentially.
yeah.
Nintendo wants them to move on. They don't want to move on. They would just like any handout from Nintendo, past the fucking controller adapter for Melee. Do I agree? I don't. Personally, I don't. I think they should also move on. I mean, every other FGC franchise has moved on to like the newest iterations of their games. Like you don't see a giant Tekken 3 or Tekken 2 community fighting to keep alive in the main stage event. We don't see that with Street Fighter. A lot of the Street Fighter 2 players are pretty perfectly content keeping it as a side tournament as long as it's still a side tourney.
But at the same time, though, you also got Smash Summit, which is not being affected by this at all, though, and they're using Slippy as well.
Is Smash Summit officially supported
So
by
that's-
Nintendo though, or like sponsored? Or I don't know what the actual term is.
They're sponsored.
I don't know. Did Smash Summit do their shit online with Slippy?
They should be starting they should already started. Like they started on the 19th.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the publicization of Slippy. I don't know. I cannot tell you why they're singling out one tournament and not the other. Like, is it fair that they're not equally attacking or ignoring both of them? Absolutely not. I just like I don't I as much as I don't like Melee and I don't like the Melee community, I'm kind of on their side on this one a little bit.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we can talk about how like players have moved on from various fighting games to more recent ones, but the argument still remains that all of those older games are still a lot more easily available for somebody to play if they decide to, whereas Smash Melee is not.
I mean, geez, even like Garu got a fucking update. Like,
But still, like, freaking the biggest thing, like, it's mainly in regards to the Smash community themselves, though, like, because this is they're playing it on PC and all that stuff, and like it's playing well for them,
which is perfectly legal.
Like I said, it's perfectly fine. But this comes from the same people who won't use like a first edition Wii to fucking play Melee on a fucking Wii. Who fucking complain about like, oh, there's some kind of lag or whatever, you know?
I mean, that's fair though.
It doesn't matter.
Like just because
that's their choice.
It does in the sense that if we want to, if there was to re-release like a Melee HD or whatnot, you know, like we'll still be playing within the Melee community.
Yeah, but you know what? But Nintendo.
That happens with every
Nintendo
HD.
will have at
Then they
least
just move on. Then if there's changes to things that fucking Melee fans don't like about like the upgrade or whatever edition, they got to go back to playing the one on the GameCube, or they can move on to another fucking game.
Yeah,
like there was also already a game that came out from the people who made Project M. All right, that people didn't go to because it didn't have the same appeal as Melee because it didn't have fucking characters, but had all sorts of the same fucking kinds of modes and gameplay and stuff like that. But people didn't jump onto it because it didn't have the fucking Nintendo characters.
What does this matter, Jeff?
All right, the fact is that freaking people just are upset because fucking it's Nintendo doing all this bullshit, and there's much more multiple options, like I mentioned about the fucking game that the Project M creators made, as well as other things. But people don't want to fucking continue on because everybody wants to still play fucking Melee for some goddamn reason. And just because just because Nintendo went on this one fucking place, this one fucking like tournament and stuff, people are flipping their shit about it. Yes, it does suck. All right. Yes, it does suck, but it's fucking Melee. People should learn how to move on.
Why shouldn't people have the choice?
Why shouldn't people have the choice?
Yeah. Why shouldn't people have the choice?
People should have the choice because freaking that. It is a game that was not mentioned, that shouldn't have online to begin with. If Nintendo did release a Melee that had online, then yeah, it'd be completely different. You know, like they already have a game that essentially is competing. Like this technically would be competing with Ultimate because it has better online netcode than Ultimate.
Why shouldn't people be able to have their game and play it the way they want to play it? The way they want to play it.
What's that, people? What's that again?
Why shouldn't people have a game and be able to play it they want to play it?
Because they did not. Most people did not buy the game.
Can you prove that? Can you prove that?
Do
what?
you think
but
people
also,
have the know-how?
but also, is there a legal avenue for people to purchase the game?
There's a legal avenue?
Yeah. Is there a legal avenue where they can buy the game directly from Nintendo and make sure it goes in?
Not anymore.
Well, yeah, that's what
Yeah,
we're saying.
like,
This is the same argument we have about pirating anime all the fucking time.
Yeah. The place that we're coming from, Jeff, is a place of preservation. Like, I agree with you. The Melee community shit. They should just move on because Melee's not that great of a game. But at the end of the day, it's about preservation.
It's about choice as well. It's like,
and choice as well.
There's a difference between like, you know, wanting your community to move on and trying to force them to move on. Like if they wanted to do like a Tekken 3 tournament, you know, that game is still purchasable on the PS3 store. Like you have no excuse to like illegally pirate Tekken 3. or any of the fucking SNK games that have been re-released multiple times on different bundles and shit like that. And that's kind of like the biggest beef here, is that Nintendo doesn't even allow that choice. Those games are dead, and they want them to be dead, and they don't give anybody the opportunity to like play those games or give them the money for it, right? If they want them to have a legal copy of the game, they have to buy it from somebody at a scalper's price with money that doesn't go to Nintendo. Anyways. Nintendo is just in the wrong here. You know, I don't know. I think we can at least kind of agree that, like, at the bare minimum, it's real shitty that they have to like cease and desist the whole tournament. But sucks. Are you laughing because I burped?
It sucks, but like the
Jeff, that's it. It sucks. Let's move on.
The ultimate tournament. The ultimate tournament didn't have to get canceled though.
No, it didn't. But that's a decision the tournament people made. Do I think it was the right or the smart decision? Personally, I don't. Had I been in their shoes, I would have just straight up canceled the ultimate portion, or the melee portion of that tournament, and just moved on as a Smash Ultimate only tournament. They didn't do that, and Nintendo did what they felt they had to do. Like I said previously, I think both parties could have handled this better. But it is where it is today.
Marcus, since you were in like the bathroom for like a good portion of this, do you have any thoughts before we move on to concluding the podcast, just so we're not leaving you out?
Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, sure, that sucks, but you know, it's basically up to Nintendo.
Yep.
Anyway, so that was the Chits and Chats podcast.
That was a chat. More of a more of a thing.
That was the Salt and Scream podcast for this week.
Oh man, we haven't had one of these since we yelled at Jeff about thuggery.
I honestly did not care for Melee, so like I didn't really care about that topic. That was all you guys.
I also don't care much for Melee, but I also think but also, we haven't fucking God. The last time we got this intense was when we talked to Jeff about thuggery.
I still think thuggery's not a good thing.
I thought you said it was a good thing.
No, I said it wasn't a good thing.
No, you said it was a good thing. You said you wanted thuggery.
I said it was
a good thing.
Yeah, you were actively arguing for it.
I said thuggery wasn't a good thing.
Well, you know what? We've got the podcast. We can go back to
thuggery
it.
is a good thing.
No, I didn't say
You did
thuggery was a good
not
thing.
today, Jeff. Not today. We're talking about.
No, I didn't say
when we
thuggery
talked
was
about
good.
it
I think I said
as
that.
part of the episode.
I said in the Chit Chat podcast like last year that freaking the FGC can't beat esports because of thuggery.
Yeah, but you were actively arguing that thuggery is important to the fucking fighting game community.
Yes.
You were saying that, Jeff. That's why we got in a fucking fight. And then that's...
Welcome to the Endless Nightmare podcast. Your hosts.
One of us will die here.
One of us will die.
One of us will die.
On.
One of us will die, and it sure as hell won't be me.
Alright, do we want to fucking talk about what we're doing next? You know, what we're up to? Or do we just want to call it good? Because it's 2 hours and 40 minutes.
I'm digging 4 graves right now.
What?
I'm digging 4 graves. The next podcast is going to be me.
What did Marcus do?
You know what he did.
Marcus didn't say shit.
You know,
Yeah, what did I do?
What you did.
What?
You know what you did.
You know what? It should be 2 graves. If anybody, it's me and Kyle. We're the ones
Squishy
constantly
knows
shitting
what
in
he
your
did
mouth.
also.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like Squish and Marcus are just kind of getting accidentally caught in the fucking crossfire.
Damn, son.
Oh no, they like I said, they know what they did.
I was just like, cool. I don't really care much about Melee. And you're
We're
like,
gonna put you on the ground.
I'm like, okay.
Anyways,
I'm digging 4 devil's pits.
Seriously. Just get back to watching Double O. Hopefully finishing up with the Crown Tundra of Pokemon. Play more Zelda. Restart Brave Fencer Musashi. When I get a PS5, if I get a PS5, I'll fucking play that Black Spider-Man.
Black Spooderman?
Black Spooderman, yeah. And I am going to try to keep it on the Spider-Man bandwagon. I will find a way to watch Japanese Spider-Man.
I got you on that one, bro.
Thanks, man. Although Kyle, Marcus, Squish.
I'm gonna be playing Yakuza, and that's probably about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep playing Yakuza, Zelda.
You said you were playing
Yeah.
Zero, right, Squish?
I think he beat Zero. He moved on to
Well-
Kiwami.
No, he beat
He beat Kiwami.
and he's moving on. He's moving down to 0 for the
Yeah.
prequel. Which normally I would be like, that's kind of a weird way, but I will also fucking pick up a paperback comic book of Volume 7 and just start from there. So you do you. Do whatever machete order you want to play those games in.
Pardon.
I'm gonna be playing those games. I'm also starting my journey from big time Spider-Man up to present Spider-Man. I'll be reading all those comic books.
That's what's up.
Yeah. So yeah, I have all of them physically, but god damn it, I've never read them. I've been buying Spider-Man like steadily for like the last 7 years. Oh boy, I've read maybe 10% of those. So I'm gonna be reading those to get my money's worth. And then yeah, probably gonna watch some Gundam since I have so much of it now. I've obtained a lot. Shifty eye.
Watch G Gundam.
Do you?
No, I think I'm gonna watch Double O because I think Marcus and Jeff are both gonna watch it. So I don't want to be left out.
I'm 10 episodes in.
Okay.
I want to watch it with
On the
you.
Plex, bro.
That's true. It is on the Plex, huh?
You watch parties on the Plex.
I also need to watch. I actually need to start watching NFC Destiny.
It's on the Plex, bro.
Yeah.
We can do watch parties on Plex.
don't know
That's
why.
a thing. We can try that out.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's
The
do
Destiny
that.
gun looks cool, but fuck. I don't know how Shinosuke is. I forgot about him.
Oh, and also gonna build more model kits. I have a backlog.
Yeah.
So do I.
Canuck Bomber. What,
Same. Well, let's see. So my plan is to actually play a video game instead of saying that I'm going to play a video game.
bullshit.
Are you finally gonna fucking beat Persona 5 Royal so we can have our fucking spoiler
And
cast?
So like,
Spoiler cast.
so about that, Kyle. About that. So I think it was last week or the week before. I turned it on, right, and it was right at Kamoshida.
God.
Really?
No, wait.
And-
Was it Kamoshida or Kumura?
No, not Kumura,
okay.
not Kamoshida, not Kumura. fucking Burger Man, Space Burger Man.
Space Borger.
So I lost the fight once, and I got super distracted in TikTok. So then I just stopped playing it.
You tried.
Let's see. What was it? Last weekend
Yeah.
we went to the hobby store as well, right? Yeah. So last weekend I got my Liger Zero.
And he already lost the piece.
So yeah, that's gonna be an
Wait,
endeavor.
you already did?
I
Please
do.
tell me you didn't lose
What's
one
up?
piece of Liger Zero. Oh, thank God.
No, I haven't. No, I haven't opened it yet. So I do want to try to put together my Gundam Exia, and then after that, at some point, I will probably either start The Witcher 3, just because everyone keeps talking about it, and it does look like it's up my alley.
Also, I
also have been on The Witcher. All right. And then what's it called? I will probably be playing Phasmophobia
We'll do
soon.
that today, actually.
Oh yeah, how much is that game?
So,
$13, $40, I would say.
Oh,
It was less than 15.
if it's
I
less
remember
than
that.
15, I might buy it and we can play it tonight.
What the fuck is that?
Spooky game.
It's a spooky.
It's the ghost hunting game.
Phasmophobia?
Yeah. I'll link it to you.
I found it.
You don't want to play it?
How
I'm
many,
gonna play.
how
I'm
many
gonna hit
players?
$14.
how many players
It's
is this?
4. So it's a 4-player online co-op.
Yeah, we'll just play it
Okay.
tonight. You down?
Yeah, I guess I'll dive into that
It's
rabbit
it's. It looks cool.
Oh, I bet it does.
Have you not seen any of it?
I've seen it. I am when it comes to spoopy shit. You know that I am.
I know you're a
cat.
bitch when it comes to stupid
Yes.
shit.
That's why I'm not playing it.
hole. When is the RE4 playthrough gonna pop up on the channel?
when I draw the title card for it.
I'm legitimately anticipating that.
Watch me play horribly in Resident Evil 4.
Oh, hey, my favorite part is the part.
Yeah,
where
I
you
imagine it's just as bad when watching you play RE3. Only I don't have to.
No,
be
it's
there.
worse. It's worse.
Oh no!
Jeff
Oh,
plays
no.
this game like it's an action game.
We-
Oh, it hurts.
Dude, we gave him pointers on like how to do the suplex and like the kicks and stuff, and he's like, "No, let's go for a headshot." He's like, "But why can't I suplex him?" I'm like, "I told you gotta shoot him in the leg." Also, a lot of things were said, and Jeff got incredibly
That's
racist
racist.
for a bit. And me and Aldo just kind of sat there and let him do it.
I didn't get racist. I just I said a word.
What was it? We were drinking the rompope. It was well, it was something.
It was a
It was
good time.
something. He had to tone it down quite a bit.
I wasn't being racist.
Actually,
I said
Jeff
one
wasn't even
thing.
drinking.
But
It was
that's-
just us.
Yeah, it was
was
just
sober. He
us
said
while
that
he
of
was
his own
doing his
volition.
own thing.
Ooh.
Oh shit,
Yeah.
he's got no excuse now.
No, Jeff, let the video speak for itself.
That's another episode of Chit Chat Podcast, everybody.
Whoa,
What are you
hey,
doing, Kyle?
hey!
Kyle, what are you
Hey.
going to do with the coming
What
weeks?
you doing, Kyle?
I'll play a little bit more Hades.
Hotties?
Maybe grind out some more gear on fucking Mortal Kombat for some goddamn reason. I hate myself.
What, Mortal Kombat?
Yeah.
I thought people would have given up on that game
New
already.
characters like John Rambo.
Everybody's favorite Mortal Kombat character.
John Rambo.
John Rambo.
Why am I here? Just to suffer.
Every day we stray further from God.
Suffercast.
They all have to suffer.
Suffercast.
Every day I'm Isekai as a nuclear man. Not this podcast cycle, but the next one. Assuming nothing catastrophic happens, I might actually finally be able to play Cyberpunk 2077.
You know, optimistically,
Ooh. What are you gonna get that on?
I got it on PC.
optimistically, I will be able to play
Okay.
that on a brand new PS5. The realist
Uh-huh.
I was only fooling myself.
Because, like, I want to play it on the PC or the PS5, but it just really depends on if I can get either a fucking 3080 or a
Oh, man, you are
goddamn
putting it
PS5.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Um,
So that's why I don't want to touch that game until I have either one of those two.
I don't know why you would need a 3080. The specs on Cyberpunk 2077
want
aren't that. Okay.
I just want it.
Okay.
Well, it's for the other computer that I was putting together.
Okay.
I just want to be done with it.
Well, if you do get that shit, let me know. You can share Steam libraries with people, so I can share that with you. So you don't gotta plunk her down $60.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully that, and if Jeff's cool with it, I may even do a solo act for Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, I'm more than cool with that. You guys can upload your own
Cool.
shit. I'm fine with
Well,
that.
it's kind of hard when we don't have any access to the fucking YouTube channel or the fucking Discord, when both me and Aldo have specifically asked you to change the permissions on the Discord so we can do this shit for you since you're such a boomer and you don't ever fucking do it.
Show me. That's all. Just show me how to do it. Jesus Christ.
Did the P word with a hard R. Goddamn.
Just show me.
It's,
The
wait.
B with the hard R, is it B?
Is that if I want to be sensitive, do I have to start calling him a boomer?
No, you just have to call him.
Ooh, I don't like that.
Age demographic. Fine.
Whatever. I know for a fact we don't have any like fucking Karens listening to our podcast, and if they are, they can fuck off. Boomer, boomer, boomer.
Double of boomer.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my wrap up.
Okay.
My incredibly ageist wrap up.
Yeah, so Aldo, you want to come down and show me how to give you guys fucking things? Like
Yeah,
I am
Recording. Press stop.
Yes.
Yes, bye guys.
Bye.
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 See ya.